trading at its lowest level since October 2024, after the world's most valuable digital coin dipped below $67,000 following another big sell-off. Heavy losses are being sustained by smaller cryptos, including Ethereum and Ripple, along with crypto miners and exchanges. Also, Michael Saylor's Strategy is feeling a lot of pain, as Strategy is the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin with more than 713,000, having paid an average of $76,000 per Bitcoin, now well above its current value.
The Dow from Stifel's down 515 points to 48,986.
Well, warming weather has accelerated the restrictions on 270 they're planning. I'm Roger Brand. They're now going to begin tonight at 8 p.m. and run through 5 a.m. tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, 8 p.m. through 5 a.m. Saturday, restrictions northbound 270 between 64 and Ladue. Up to 2 lanes will be closed to make another lane shift there. And in addition, over the weekend, 9 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday, they're going to close Conway underneath 270 to demolish the old bridge there.
Our high temperatures today slightly better, but it's still below average, and it's still kind of cold. 39-40 will do it for the high, so mainly in the 30s. Lots of clouds around with a little bit of sunshine. Partly cloudy, 33 tonight. Friday, sunny. Let's call it nice in the afternoon. Nice for this particular part of winter. 49-50 for the high. Another cold front coming through Friday night. We'll go down to 27, dry front. Saturday, sunny. It's kind of chilly, 37. And Sunday, sunny and nice, 54. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got 35. It feels like 25 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX has had the weirdest feeling. Not deja vu, but they just did the promo like from the Sandberg Phoenix Studios, the Dave Glover Show. Sandberg Phoenix is where I worked. Mm-hmm. Like that was the law firm where I worked. And so it's so surreal. Like I'm kind of used to it now, but every now and then it just like tickles my brain where I'm like, oh, you're dreaming. It's 1991 and you're dreaming. You know, you still work at Sandberg Phoenix. You don't have a radio show. Kevin Wheeler doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. That part's probably true.
I mean, I'd probably exist somewhere.
It'd be so crazy if Kevin didn't exist.
You wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, he got you there.
That's messed up.
What if we had a fifth person that sat there that they just poofed out of existence?
Whoa.
Like, what if Ted didn't exist? Now he doesn't.
Wait, Ted's right there.
People in the stream
don't
chat.
do that.
People in the stream chat like, where's Ted today?
He's right there.
Patricia says Rachel looks very pretty. Didn't say jack crap about me.
Thank you, Patricia.
Go to Sleep says we should start a bowling team with everyone who shows up on the chat every day. Funny. Oh, I need to. I got sad news last night. One of my classmates from the class of '82, Roxana, passed away. Robin Wheat. And Robin and I were really close. Like, we met each other in biology class in 7th grade, friends all the way through, didn't keep in touch. Think about her every now and then, haven't seen her since our 20th reunion, but it's just so weird when you see someone's picture, who you went to school with, and they passed away. So I don't know much about her life or married or kids, but condolences to her family. She was lovely. Have you guys lost anyone from your high school yet? I mean, you're younger than me.
I think, but
yeah,
it was odd circumstance, and it was. I mean, I'm trying to. I don't think I knew the person well.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't continue on with us to high school, but lost someone who was in elementary school with us.
Yeah, and then
Very
I've
sad stuff.
had a handful of people. I had a big high school class, so there's been a
Right. Twinkie pipe.
Dang
Yep.
it. It's the stupidest thing.
It is.
And it's also the most frustrating thing because you get that one tiny little
Tiny
drop
little
that just
bit.
will not go away. It's going to make you cough forever.
It's one of those situations in life. We've all done it. It's typically at a restaurant with people you don't know well. And you're doing this thing where you're holding your finger up like, just give me a minute. Just give me a second. And everyone's like, do you okay? Do you need the Heimlich? I'm going to make it go away.
given it a real bad one.
I did, and it was the smallest amount. But just earlier today, I couldn't stop coughing for 3-4 minutes, and I was fine. You're just a little guy in there just tickling the throat. You're like, "Ugh."
Yep. Okay. I think I have a good topic.
Oh,
There is a Missouri legislator. We should probably get her on. You probably heard about this. She wants to outlaw smoking pot in public. Now, I want to talk about it, but I don't really want to fight over that topic. I want to use it as an analogy to something bigger, okay? You guys with me?
sure.
Okay. Personally, I hate pot smoke. As a consistent and frequent user of cannabis gummies, I have nothing against people who smoke pot. I just personally hate the smell of pot. I've been around it a lot, being a musician and just, living in places. Even just driving through downtown, when I catch a big whiff of it, I hate it. So selfishly, I don't care at all. It would be a great thing for me if I never had to worry about smelling pot in public. And here's the I think, interesting analogy. At what point do you, as an American, where we value our rights in the Constitution and, we're a nation of laws, at what point do you say, my personal wishes are trumped, I hate that he ruined that word, by the rights of other people?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone smoking pot in public because it annoys me. But isn't it more important that those people who want to have the right to? And so there's this constant sort of measuring that we do individually, what we support, what we, go against, and then just the public. We all together as this big conglomerate of humans kind of come together and gel into, we're going to vote this in. We're going to vote this down. Abortion, whatever. And it's like a small kind of goofy example, which is why I'm using it, because I don't think anyone's going to die on that hill either way. But it really hit me this morning when I heard the news, and I thought to myself, oh, fantastic. You never have to smell pot again if you don't want to. But that's not the end of the analysis. If you are very much against abortion, you personally would never do it. You think it's abhorrent. I think if you're smart and a good American, you at least have the analysis of, but is that really greater than someone's right to control their own body? And maybe you do your analysis and you go, yeah, it is. My views on this are more important than someone having the right to do that. Feel me? Thoughts?
Well, I mean, we have rules against consuming alcohol in public, right?
Not consuming, but some places have like public drunkenness.
Yeah, but can you just walk around downtown drinking beer? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think I would think not.
I know this. Smoking cigarettes is outlawed in a lot of places publicly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it outdoors, but you can't do it indoors in any public space that I'm aware of.
And I believe
Barring a cigar bar.
I'm pretty sure it's already illegal. I don't think I can just light a joint and go out on the sidewalk and smoke it in downtown St. Louis. I think that's already illegal.
I never knew. Again, not being a smoker, I've never had to cross that.
Right. I mean, I think we should definitely strive for consistency, right? We don't just get to say something bothers me or bothers a lot of people, and all of a sudden that means you can't do it. But we already have precedent for that with cigarette laws, alcohol laws, and I don't know the specific alcohol laws here, but there are places where you can only drink booze in public if you're in a bar or you're at a restaurant or on private property or whatever. I mean, so we have a lot of those different things that exist already. But in theory, I think the argument is fair to say, should it be that way? Should you not be allowed to do something because it annoys other people? But we have those laws with music. You can't play your music loud enough to disturb other people. It's not, to me, in principle, it's not any different than that. I have the freedom to play my music. I have the freedom to play my music as loud as I want in my house. But I can promise you, if it's too loud and it's bothering my neighbor, I'm probably going to end up getting a call or having somebody knock on my door for noise disturbance.
Well, that's a good point, Wheels, that it really isn't just about annoyance. What's the difference between cigarette smoke and pot smoke? One difference is they smell different.
Yes.
And the other difference is secondhand contact high, if that's even a thing.
It probably is, but I mean, you probably have to be pretty close quarters. I can't imagine if you're across the room, it's going to hit you.
Yeah. And I'm talking outside.
Right,
I'm not talking like you go to Blueberry Hill and you light up a joint. I'm talking about you're outdoors.
Yeah.
You're walking down Del Mar.
Yeah.
You're in Forest Park. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's an interesting concept that, of course, everyone knows. I'm not introducing a new thought to the audience, but it's just such an easy entryway into that discussion of like, well, I hate this, but does my hatred of it based on pure annoyance, that's what it is. I'm not afraid I'm going to get high from it. Not afraid I'm going to become a drug addict from it. I just don't like it. Is that superior, more weighty than someone's right to do it?
I mean, I guess how important is your right to smoke cannabis on the sidewalk? Like, I think we can all agree we don't want people doing that outside of an elementary school, right? We would all draw that line and say that would be inappropriate. That should be illegal. Even if it's legal everywhere else, you shouldn't be able to do it in the 20-mile-per-hour school zone because we don't want it around kids. That's because you are creating like an undue burden on other people at that point. It's not like it's. I mean, I guess I just don't place that much importance on like that aspect of my personal freedom. Like, I deserve to smoke this because it's for my freedom.
Yeah, I mean,
like sometimes you have to compromise.
See, welcome to law school.
In order to exist in a
this
society.
Is literally what we do in law school.
I think it's a pretty fair point for me to say your freedom stops when it starts infringing mine.
Yeah. Yeah, shouldn't I have the freedom to breathe fresh air that's why I went outside.
That's why we have noise laws. That's why we have laws about in it's different everywhere, right? Every neighborhood, every town, but some towns, if you're a business, your business has to blend in with the other businesses, right? You can't stand out. There's a certain prescribed look that you have to have. And it's not universal. It's not everywhere, but to do business in that place, you have to follow those guidelines. So we have versions of that all over the place that are restrictions put in place on behavior, on businesses even, because you don't want to change the vibe of the place. In the case of the visuals, there are a lot of there's quite a bit of precedent for it, but I think it's a fun discussion to figure out where the lines go.
Yeah,
all right, well we can establish that these things exist. A, are the established ones okay already, and then B, how do you kind of figure that line? And I think the guideline is how much you are imposing on other people.
Yes, agreed. It's a really interesting thought experiment.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because whether someone smokes pot outside or not is not important to me, but a lot of issues are. And they're similar to this. When you get right down to it, most of these things are. So, okay, that was fun.
And then Brian makes an interesting point on the stream, said, not sure why it would be necessary to smoke a joint in public when gummies, et cetera, are available. So if you want the same feeling, but you can't smoke in public, you have an alternative to achieve the feeling, even if it's not the same to you.
But see, this is very law schooly.
Yeah.
Because the professor would say, well, Brian, what right do you have? You can just leave. If they have the right to smoke pot in public, if that's the law, and you find it objectionable, as I do, you can just leave. Mm-hmm. Why do they have to leave? Why do they have to stop doing something that you want to do or you don't want them to do? That's literally what you do in law school for 3 years.
Yeah, I think these are all fair questions. And if you want to examine these issues, you definitely have to ask them in an honest way and not based on your own biases. Because I'm like you. I hate the smell of pot. I think it's awful. But that's not enough of a reason by itself to say you shouldn't be able to do this. There should be other factors that play into that.
And Brian's suggestion that there's an alternative is also deeply in the law. Really? That, well, the government wants to take away this. Is there a lesser invasive alternative? Do people have an alternative to this thing you're taking their right away to do? So I have another Missouri law that's proposed when we come back from this break. I'll tell you guys again about First Missouri Credit Union, and I talk about them pretty much every day, and I don't want this to be a wasted minute for you or me or for them, but it is one of those things you kind of like. It doesn't take a great deal of explaining to do. I'm quite sure that my audience is smart enough to know what a bank is and what a credit union is, but it isn't bad to be reminded that there are financial institutions out there like First Missouri that will give you much better rates on your checking account. We have the highest rate that we know of. Let me know if there's a higher one. And that's 4.27% on your checking up to $100,000. We just lowered our interest rates on vehicles. We also offer signature loans. If you're worried that the 2 locations for First Missouri are down on Lee May Ferry, you only have to go there once. I go there about twice a month. I like the people. They're my client. But if you live in, Garden Prairie, there are going to be credit unions there that are all in this system, so you can do all of your banking, which is always ironic to say it that way, at the place closest to you. So it's a pretty easy workaround. 314-544-5050, the number one STMOCU.org.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
100 years. That's how long Overhead Door Company of St. Louis has been repairing and replacing garage doors. A century of trust in St. Louis. Always look for the iconic red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for same-day repair service and no extra charge for evening or Saturday service. Trust your friends at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com. That's overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
St. Louis has a voice.
This is KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
The St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions.
From moment to memory.
Now there is only one Berlin.
Among those voices, Wendy Weiss.
We'll have more on the troop deployment to Bosnia.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
If you're considering buying or selling a home when it comes to choosing the Gelman team with eXp Realty, numbers don't lie. Over 1,500 Google and Zillow 5-star reviews. Nearly 6,000 homes and $2.5 billion in real estate sold. Call 314-336-1991 or thegelmanteam.com.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Happy Thursday, 123. So this topic is not as sexy as the ban on smoking pot in public, but another legislator from the Boot Heel down in southeastern Missouri is jealous of Arkansas having 75-mile-an-hour speed limits on their more rural roads. I hate saying rural. I know driving to KU all the time to see Phoebe. In Kansas, there are a lot of stretches that are 75 miles an hour, which, let's face it, means you go 82, 83. And this guy said that he has test results that in Arkansas and Kansas, it hasn't led to increased accidents and death. Okay. What do you think?
I mean, in principle, I tend to agree with the point he's making. Because in open highway situations, 5 miles an hour is nothing. But that's kind of the point against it, right? Why bother? 5 miles an hour is nothing. Like what are you really changing? It's one thing if you're saying go from 60 to 70 or from 55 to 70 or something. That's a massive change. 5 miles an hour is not changing much of anything.
Okay, so this is State Senator Jamie Berger. He says, I think there's absolutely no more wrecks in that stretch of Arkansas than it is in the state of Missouri. But the Missouri Department of Transportation pointed to studies that show that increasing speed has a direct relationship with an increase in fatalities along roadways. So I don't have anything in my heart that's like, 75, that's far too fast. But if we can point to a study that says, yeah, more people die when you raise the speed limit.
What if I could show you a study that said many more people die because the top speed limit is not 55?
Sure. Let's go with the science and the study. But the thing is, the study that MoDOT is pointing to is saying that this leads to an increase in fatalities.
I think it's interesting, too, because it's all about expectations. If there were no, like if the speed limit was 90, we would feel crazy going 82. You'd be like, come on, Grandpa. Speed limit's 90.
Yeah, I think I need to know when we're talking about higher speed is a very generic thing because higher speed, there's a big difference between going 100 and going 75. So I would love to see a breakdown of each range that shows here's where we find more danger. Because I know that, if you're going 100 because nobody else around you is going anywhere near that and you're driving erratically, then, you're going to be much more at risk at causing something or being a part of something.
Yeah, they have this broken down in terms of like the kinetic energy when you raise the speed limit. I'm not going to get into the equation on the air.
No, don't do that.
Can you read the equation for me, please?
And I don't necessarily mean the kinetic energy. I mean the frequency of accidents, the frequency of automobile accidents depending on the speed. So there's a reason, for example, that we've all in the last 25, 30 years gone from 55 in a lot of places to 60, 65, 70.
Yeah.
Because they found that the difference is probably there's not a big enough increase in frequency and to merit keeping it lower. So I don't know. It's a tough call because, again, I think that there are degrees that we have to we need to get into the details and not just say more deaths happen when people are speeding. And not that you're saying that, Rach, but that's kind of a catch-all phrase. And it is true, but there are levels of speeding.
Well, it looks like Chris and Amy reached out to MoDOT to do an interview on this. They didn't come on for an interview, but they did send this email. Uh-huh. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says that a 5 mile per hour increase in the maximum speed limit is associated with an 8.5 increase in fatality rates on interstates and freeways.
And once again, this is perfect. Looping back to where we started the show with, is it worth saying that Andrew can't smoke pot in Forest Park because I find it objectionable. Some people would argue, hey, 8.5 is not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer to not raise it, I think. I would prefer to not do anything that raises vehicle fatalities. I mean, I would think, especially in this room, a lot of us, I mean, Kevin doesn't because he's perfect, but a lot of us have various driving anxieties of one type or another. I would be more in favor of anything that lowers fatality rates, and an easy way to artificially do that is just not raise the speed limit.
For 100 years, KMOX has been the voice of St. Louis, informing, entertaining, and connecting our community. Now, relive a century of service at KMOX100.com, a website that allows you to explore classic KMOX audio, rare photos and video, and the legendary voices that shaped St. Louis. Every headline, every heartbreak, every heartbeat lives on at KMOX100.com.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Let's go to Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Our high temperatures today slightly better, but it's still below average, and it's still kind of cold. 39-40 will do it for the high, so mainly in the 30s. Lots of clouds around with a little bit of sunshine. Partly cloudy, 33 tonight. Friday, sunny. Let's call it nice in the afternoon. Nice for this particular part of winter. 49-50 for the high. Another cold front coming through Friday night. We'll go down to 27, dry front. Saturday, sunny. It's kind of chilly, 37. And Sunday, sunny and nice, 54. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The big game is here, and now you can trade on football legally nationwide on Kalshi. Right now, New England is trading at 32% to beat Seattle. A $100 trade pays out $289. Use code FAN to get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
This is an important message for all parents of teens. If your teen or preteen is or has been addicted to social media sites such as Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, and they have suffered from eating disorders, body image issues, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, you may be eligible to participate in a lawsuit for significant compensation. Disclosures by a Facebook whistleblower show Instagram and Facebook know their social media platforms were highly addictive and may have caused eating disorders, body image issues, depression, and suicidal ideation. It appears these social media companies knew they had been causing serious harm to kids, but have done little to stop it. If your teen has been harmed by social media like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, then you could be eligible for significant compensation. If you'd like to discuss a lawsuit, text LEVEL to 323232. LEVEL to 323232. LEVEL to 323232.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson, Media Advertising Specialists, LLC, is responsible for the content of this ad with principal offices in Chicago, Illinois.
When it comes to lighting, Graybar goes beyond parts and products. We help contractors turn plans into smart designs, manage kitting and deliverables, and navigate local codes so you can stay on time and on budget. Smart, scalable, job site ready. That's not just lighting. That's like kicking your project into Graybar mode. Yep, Graybar does that.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, He selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Soulard is going to the dogs. Make sure to bring your four-legged friend to the streets of Soulard for the 33rd annual Purina Pet Parade, the world's largest costume pet parade. It all starts at 12th and Allen, Sunday, February 8th at 1 p.m. And KMOX's own Dave Glover will be leading the pack as the parade's Grand Marshal. Sign up today to march in the parade with your dog. The event supports Open Door Animal Sanctuary. For more details, PurinaPetParade.com. Don't miss this annual St. Louis Mardi Gras tradition, sponsored by Purina. It's men's Billikens basketball action Saturday afternoon as they take to the court against LaSalle. Pre-game 1:45, tip at 2 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 134. Just thinking about something. So we're on the stream, Facebook and YouTube, and every day we have, I don't know how many people we have, dozens, hundreds.
Billions.
We have like dozens of regulars. And I just had the thought that to you guys on the stream, watching us like in the little squares like the Brady Bunch, we're like a little ant farm. Like, oh, Rachel looks pretty. Dave looks like he's in a bad mood. Kevin's swole. And to us, you guys are the ant farm. I just told the guys in the break, I'm like, oh, Nick said something about tires being important, and then Jacob told him he's wrong. Like, isn't it weird that we're, like, looking at each other as the same sort of little experiment?
Mm-hmm.
Just things to think about.
Somebody's watching me.
Mm-hmm. Today's National Fart Day.
Yeah! Celebrated already.
Oh, God.
That
grossed me out.
I was spooked by Kevin's fake poop.
Oh, were you?
Today, yeah. I didn't expect it to be there when I walked past it.
Where was
That's the way
it?
fake poop is?
Because, we're at work. And I looked down and saw the big fake turd and went,
It's not that big.
It's big.
It's pretty realistic.
It's big for being at work.
Yeah, it is.
On your desk.
Yeah. Well, no, yes, exactly.
It's not big for like being in a toilet.
Yeah.
He's just celebrating National Fart Day.
Well, I did not do that. No, that was Pajeski that put that where you saw it.
Who started it?
I did because I put it by Pajeski's chair yesterday.
Who bought that?
Yeah, Susan bought it for me. A whole package of pranks for Father's Day a couple of years ago. I got all the pranks.
It's also National Shower with a Friend Day. Kev?
Nope, didn't celebrate that one.
We can go upstairs if you want, Kev.
All right.
You could fart.
Oh.
Well, then we're getting into some stranger territory, I think.
Yeah, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Bridge too far.
I'll shower with my homie any day, but not if he's going to be farting.
I love this. Rene Descartes. I believe he's the one who said, I think, therefore I am. I could be wrong.
I was going to say, you mean the guy from, like, the 1700s?
Yes. Had a fetish for cross-eyed women, as do I. And realized that he could help himself overcome it, which is what led to his landmark writings on the concept of free will. Only because he had a fetish for cross-eyed women and said, I don't know why he thought he needed to get out of that. I'm fine with it. But he's like, no more cross-eyed women. I can heal myself. Then he thought, I wonder if I can do anything I wanted to do.
I wonder why he felt the need to, like, put an end to that.
I don't know. Maybe it meant something different back in the 1700s.
He was getting bullied by cross-eyed women, and he's like, I got to get rid of these mean girls.
Rid of them.
Yeah.
They know they got my number. But isn't that fascinating that we wouldn't have at least his work on free will without his fetish that he wanted to get past? Who do you think is the most expensive grocer and the least expensive grocer? Where is the most expensive place to buy your groceries and the least?
Number 1, Dierberg's. Number 2, the trash can. The guy in the trash can behind Dierberg's.
What are you even
Is
doing?
the number one, is it one that we would have here, or is it one? Okay.
Yeah.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Sure.
Whole Foods.
And then I'll say Ruler
Aldi.
Foods or Aldi. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ruler. Yeah, I'll go with Ruler over Aldi.
Costco.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't
My people.
count.
Those
I
are my
guess because you're
people.
buying everything in bulk,
That's
they
correct.
can charge less by the ounce.
You just have to have massive storage because you're saving money, but you got to have a place to put it.
Costco
and you gotta
is,
want a gallon of ketchup.
Costco is 21% less expensive than Walmart.
Yes.
And 40% less expensive than Whole Foods.
Yes.
Speaking of
That's why I'm
Costco.
such a fan.
You ready for this
That's
one?
my place.
Yeah.
Costco has introduced in Europe, and it will make its way here soon, the extra long wiener. It's called the half-meter hot dog. It's 20 inches long. It comes with a bun. Sorry. And it sticks out on both ends.
So half meter is what, like a foot and a half?
He just said it was 20 inches.
20 inches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I was pretty close.
And it costs $5.17 in U.S. dollars.
It's a lot of hot dogs.
It's a lot of hot dog for $5.
Hot dog.
I don't want it to stick out on the ends. I don't like
I'm
that.
with you. I want bun coverage.
I need bun.
Total.
Need bun.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Oh, wait a minute.
You need the
It's
wiener
like
and the bun to be
it's
the
like
same.
a 20-inch wiener with a 12-inch bun. God,
Yeah,
I'm
and
going to
it's-
get fired.
And it's $5?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Nah, I don't care for that. Just get 2 or 3 regular hot dogs.
Yeah.
You are an eating genius.
Yeah.
No, he's right.
You get 3 of the regular hot dogs. You save
Yeah.
$2. You have total bun coverage.
Yeah, and if you just get 2 of them, it's $3.
Yeah, exactly.
And 2 of them together, what were we got them before? They're a good size.
They're huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're not like little
They're
ones.
enormous.
Yeah,
You don't even need 3 of them. You
No,
2
you-
would
you
more than
certainly
enough.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was last week Wheels brought us those Costco hot dogs. And while delicious, I will say by the end of mine, I was like, all right, I'm good. Like, I don't need more, you know. I didn't feel great after eating that. It was fine. Everything's fine. It was just like, what I don't need is
You don't need a bigger
almost
version.
2 feet of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you. That one that you're getting is plenty.
Plenty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of the novelty, right? Because nobody's just eating that. You're going to share that. You're going to cut it in half or cut it in thirds or whatever.
Yeah. Man, when
I think a lot of people would eat it.
I'd eat it.
That's a lot of work, man.
when I was a young man, like school age, I would make hot dog sandwiches, and it would be 4 whole hot dogs, usually cut down the middle to be fancy, and 2 pieces of white bread with mustard and ketchup because I'm from South Roxana. But 4 hot dogs on one sandwich, and sometimes I eat 2 of those.
Well, would you microwave them or?
We were boilers. Yeah, we would boil a lot.
Yeah, my mom did that too, but it's not good.
If it
Not
were
crazy about
fancy,
that.
she'd do them on the skillet.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was so great.
Skillet
Yeah,
is
that sounds
great.
good.
Yeah, skillet fried hot dog is almost like a Spam
Yes.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we were pretty much boilers.
Yep. Yeah, it was a generation thing too, because my mom did that too.
Yeah,
They're not as good.
it's not great.
No, it's not as good. They're.
Because you have the wiener water to deal with afterwards.
Well, and
That's
you want
correct,
a bit of
yeah.
a snap whenever you bite in. you
That's
know?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at least when you microwave, they can get tough, so you got a bit of a chew going
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Plus, it's also way faster. You don't have
Yeah.
to boil the water and all that nonsense.
But it did, okay, because I brought a lot of hot dogs for lunch at school, and I would microwave them. It does stink whenever they split really
yeah,
bad.
when they explode on the ends.
Yeah.
When they
That's not so fun.
explode.
It used to bother me, and then it stopped bothering me. I don't know why.
Does anyone do them in the
I
oven?
lost my dignity, I
Like
guess.
bacon?
They are good, but when I've done them in the oven, it's typically when I'm wrapping them in bacon and cheese and
Wow.
stuff like that.
That's interesting. I've never thought about doing
I
it in
haven't
the
either.
oven.
Yeah.
It's sitting right there.
No, if you do them, I'll tell you here's the hack. You do them for a period of time. I don't know, 5 minutes, whatever, at a high temperature, and then use the broiler for the last 2
Dude,
minutes.
I swear to God, I know many chefs in town. I'm personal friends with Gerard Kraft. I don't think he puts nearly as much thought into his cooking as you do.
That's because he's making good food and I'm making average food a little better.
Yes. Kevin is wasting time making hot dogs 5%
Dude,
better.
it's so worth it, though. I mean, especially all you got to do is turn on the broiler for 3 minutes and it's so good. You want to talk about that crunch, that crisp, that snap? Oh, so good.
I don't even know what a broiler is.
You just can't do that for very long because then you're going to have, charred
We're so
wieners.
the opposite. I sat laid on my couch last night, covered in my blankets, and couldn't make myself stand up to find the remote. Because I knew it was on me or in me. You know what I mean? Like it's within my reach.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been up for a couple hours. But I couldn't find it. I'm just like, oh, for the love of God. That's kind of lazy we're talking about. Broiler.
Yeah. See, I'm lazy on things like cleaning because I don't enjoy it, but I like food. So I'm going to go a little extra sometimes to make sure it's the way I want it.
Okay.
It's all about what you like.
It is. No doubt about it. See what else we have here today in the old show prep. Ski jumpers at the Olympics will have microchip suits because of the crotch enlarging scandal. Wheels, did you cover this one?
The what?
What's this now?
So you've seen ski jumping.
Yes.
And it's like
I guess they grade you on different stuff than I thought they did on ski jump.
I don't know the physics of this, but I know that guys were stuffing to get better marks on their ski jump.
Oh, for an aerodynamic advantage is what I'm seeing in this article.
All right,
it acts like a spoiler.
I'm about to ask,
it acts like a fin.
I'm about to ask a question. I have no idea about how aerodynamics work, so I don't know why would I be doubting?
It's cutting right through the sky.
So it says the crotch of a ski jumper suit is allowed to run to the bottom of the athlete's private area, meaning that an enlarged private area would give them more potentially performing enhancing material.
Oh.
So, it seems like it would be a minuscule amount of help.
Right, but when you're
would
talking
help.
about fractions of inches.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I mean, on the jumps.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Why are we going to quibble? Why are we going to quibble over, say, 5-6 inches?
Because the gold medal is the difference.
Funny. Cardi B is now 2 days post Trump loving. Now she's telling everyone that we didn't go to the moon. So
Cardi B?
Yep.
You're confusing that with Nicki.
Nicki Minaj.
Wait, so Cardi B or Nicki is saying we didn't go to the
Nicki.
moon? Okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking, this is kind of what I was telling you yesterday off the air. I'm thinking that she might be having some sort of I don't know, psychotic break
Like
or
Kanye
something.
or something?
Yeah, maybe, but on kind of speed run mode.
I think she is running out of money and is doing anything she can to get attention so that she can potentially make some money.
That's fair. She's moving to grift mode.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just... Why would you ask her about the moon landing?
Well, she was on Stephen Miller's wife's podcast, so.
Oh, that's who Katie Miller is. I keep
Pretty
seeing
sure.
these Katie Miller podcasts, whatever. I've never listened to a second because I just am not interested at all. But it seemed like she came out of nowhere.
I thought Katie Miller isn't
sense.
Katie Miller that woman who said she was 20, but she looks like she's 50.
We better get to the bottom of who Katie Miller is.
No, Katie Miller is 34 years old.
Okay, not the same person, yeah, and that is his wife.
Very interesting. Okay, that makes a lot more sense because I was like, how did this podcaster just suddenly become super popular? I've never heard of this
that's how you
person
do
up
it.
until recently.
Also, for all the ski jumpers out there, if you want a natural fluffing, a bunch of honey got recalled because the FDA found that it had Cialis in it, which is a treatment for erectile dysfunction.
Whoa. That seems odd.
Kevin, I'll tell you which one after the break.
Okay.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. If it's cold outside, the team at Morelli Tuck Pointing is still busy. During colder months, Morelli can inspect any exposed brick inside your house. If your basement has a stone or black wall, Morelli can remove the worn-out mortar from that wall and replace it with new mortar. This tuck pointing work will reinforce your foundation, prevent water from entering your home, and thwart pests. This is a great time to get the inside of your garage inspected, and the same goes for your brick or stone fireplace. I've used Morelli Tuck Pointing to repair the chimneys, walkways, and walls of 2 homes here in St. Louis. The Morelli bids are fair, their crews are super polite, and they clean their job sites. Don't take my word for it. Check out the reviews on Google. Winner of the BBB Torch Award and the Next Door Neighbor Fave Award, 35 years in business, an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
The Humane Society of Missouri's Day of Giving is just around the corner. On this day, your favorite local TV station will highlight incredible rescue stories of animals fighting to survive, stories of courage, resilience, and hope. Visit the Humane Society website to watch these powerful stories and see the life-saving work made possible by compassionate donors like you. These stories underscore why it's so vital to support the HSMO. Go to KMOX.com/events today for more information.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome back, DGS. Rachel, you want to tell us about the skills people over 40 have that don't get taught anymore?
Yeah, let me get this open here. Just thought this was kind of interesting. A lot of these things I was taught as a kid, and now it's just like completely obsolete at this point. Sorry, this stupid computer doesn't ever work whenever. Here we go. That's the wrong thing. Dave, I don't have the right link anymore. This is linking to the cheese wheel story.
Well, you better do that one again.
The cheese wheel story.
Just do another one of your topics.
Okay, I do want to talk about this. So in Europe somewhere, they're doing a special adult Happy Meal, and it's Friends themed. Have you seen this, Andrew?
Yes.
So the adult Happy Meal, you get a little Friends figure. I mean, I'm going to be honest, this doesn't really appeal to me much because they're almost like a little Funko Pop type figurine. Oh, it's like, oh, this one's Joey, this one's Phoebe. But kind of the only way you can tell is like their hairstyle. Their faces don't look like their faces. But it's like, Rachel's got on the waitress outfit. Oh, my gosh. But, you know, people are really into Friends still. And they're excited to get the Happy Meal. They want to get their favorite character. But some friction has been revealed among fans and McDonald's because it's a blind box situation, meaning you don't know which toy you're going to get with your adult Happy Meal. I believe that's the case with pretty much every single Happy Meal you could ever get. You don't get to choose your specific toy. It's kind of a lottery. But people are very upset and are griping on social media. I'm disappointed. You cannot select which figure you get. I don't want to spend €9 on a meal and receive a duplicate. It's random on the toys, so we have to buy more than one meal each. We can't buy them independently. Oh my God. Look, if this is the biggest problem in your life, is like, I'm not going to be able to get the Friends adult Happy Meal figure that I want. Like, let's swap anytime you want.
As you were talking, I was just thinking, if you could time travel a guy from 560 AD who just watched his brothers get his face eaten by a bear and listen to this like, oh my God, get this in 2026. Here's what they're worried about.
We might get a random toy.
I don't dislike the show Friends. I don't care about it. I don't dislike it though. I've seen probably almost every episode at this point. But it's like that show ended. I'm old. I'm ancient. I'm decrepit. That show ended when I was in 8th grade. I wasn't in high school when that show ended. Can we please find something else to like?
Okay, I think this is an interesting topic because I dislike Friends. I didn't love it. I liked it as much as anyone at the time. We watched it. I've watched every episode. Oh, that's funny. But I vehemently dislike it just because of this phenomenon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that on me? Am I the jerk here?
No, not at all. I don't think so. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to hear people complain about the lack of originality in Hollywood and then be like, I haven't watched anything except over and over and over again on Netflix this show that ended in 2003 and this show that ended in 2009 or whatever.
I feel the same way about The Office. I loved The Office.
I know, dude. That was when it was on. It was my favorite show ever. And now I honestly don't know if I will ever watch an episode ever.
I don't know if I could.
I've just had my fill.
Yeah.
And people, it just got too annoying. It's like, yes, I get that the joke is funny. You don't have to repeat it 75,000 times. It makes it less funny. Yeah. Like when we're all fixating on it on the same time. Like, it could just be a bit much. Are we crankier than your average bear? Perhaps.
Maybe.
Perhaps. But I do think it's just, I think it's fair to be annoyed by that kind of thing, for sure. And then whenever it takes, the additional step of, I wanted a better toy in my adult Happy Meal. Like, dude, you got to pause and just consider
Monica,
what you just
and
said.
I got Ross. It's like, okay, you got Ross. Throw it all in the garbage. What's wrong with you?
Okay, I'll say it. To what degree do you judge an adult for even wanting one of these?
Yeah, I mean, I like stupid garbage too, so I can't.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I have lots of. You go to my desk right now. I got
Magic the Gathering twice a week.
Go look at all the stupid garbage I have on my desk right now. I'm not in the judging position.
Yeah. I don't judge anyone for wanting it. I do think it's fun. However, when you are so emotionally tied to it where you're like throwing a tantrum and getting upset and acting as if it's a real problem, then I'm like worried about you.
There's where the judging comes in. If you want one, if you're like, I'm gonna go get one of these stupid little Friends things and put it on my desk at work because I love Friends. Yeah. I completely understand that. I have no problem with that. But when you're like throwing your soda at the drive-through attendant because you got
when I
Monica
asked that
instead
question,
of Chandler.
as the words were coming out of my mouth, right as it passed the beard, I thought of all the action figures I have in my basement that I bought in the last 10 years.
Straight Realty has always been an industry leader when it comes to commissions, so it should come as no surprise that the recent Realtor settlement has only empowered us to continue offering our sellers even better rates. We now list homes for only 2%. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. Call me, 314-441-4444. Why pay more than 2? You can also listen to my podcast on my website, straightrealty.com.
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
Hey, St. Louis City SC fans, mark your calendars now. The Boys in Red return to Energizer Park to kick off Season 4 Saturday, February 21st. And you could be there for the dawn of a new golden era of St. Louis soccer. Go to stlcitysc.com/tickets and reserve your seat now for the MLS home opener versus Charlotte FC. Limited quantities remain. See you soon, St. Louis.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey, and I think right now we all need something to look forward to, and a nice little getaway is going to do it for me. So I've been looking at this 5-day Arizona trip that I planned in September, and to me, it sounds absolutely perfect, and I would love for you to join me. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stay in Flagstaff because that means cooler temperatures. It's a great home base, and from there, we're going to visit Sedona, the Grand Canyon, and Lake Powell all in one trip. I'm talking about red rocks, big views, and and that deep blue water at Lake Powell that looks like a postcard. I'm told September is one of the best times to go with fewer crowds, more comfortable weather, and everything's going to be planned out for us. We just show up. If this sounds like something you'd like to do, please join me because I have always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. Travelwithdebbie.net. That's travelwithdebbie.net or call Cruise and Tour at 800-383-3131. Space is limited, so don't delay. 800-383-3131. Travelwithdebbie.net.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got 38 degrees. The feels like is 27 downtown at the Arch. He missed out on the Blues in 2012, but billionaire David Hoffman says he isn't giving up on owning a major team in his home state. Hoffman says after he finalizes his purchase of the Pittsburgh Penguins, his next target is the St. Louis Cardinals. Speaking at a Business Journal event, Hoffman says he wants to absorb the Penguins acquisition over the next 2 years before making a move for a baseball franchise. While he acknowledges the Cardinals are currently not for sale, Hoffman says he has made his interest clear and, quote, everybody tells us no. Hoffman is also the new chairman of the Post-Dispatch. He says the paper has drifted, quote, a little too left, and he intends to bring it back to the middle. Hoffman officially took control of the paper's parent company, Lee Enterprises, today after closing a $35 million stock deal. He told the Business Journal crowd that he isn't a Republican or a Democrat because, quote, both buy ice cream, and he wants the paper's reporting to reflect that neutrality. Hoffman says he plans to move the printing of the Post-Dispatch to Washington, Missouri within 30 days. It all started for HOK in downtown St. Louis in 1955, and 71 years later, it is a global architecture firm with 16 offices and tens of thousands of built projects around the world.
The global firm intends to stay in downtown St. Louis, committing multiple years to the Peabody Building at 7th and Market. Eli Heisington is a senior partner at HOK and says they're super excited to stay downtown and look ahead to the future.
This celebrates our connection to those buildings. You'll walk around. You'll see words on the wall. These are the buildings we've helped build, craft with the city, and really put our footprint here in St. Louis. And this is our founding office. So we're proud of the work we do, proud of St. Louis.
And St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer thanked HOK for stepping up and committing to the city.
It shows leadership and partnership, and we are excited for the next chapter of HOK and the next chapter of the city of St. Louis.
Maria Kina, KMOX News.
CBS News special report. In Arizona, Pima County Sheriff says Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, is still out there. And the FBI's Heath Yonke announces a $50,000 reward for information in the case. Authorities say they have a ransom note, and the FBI says there is a 5 p.m. deadline today for a monetary transfer. Last night, the Guthrie family made an appeal by video seeking the return of their missing mother. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti asked Sheriff Chris Nanos about any proof of life. Nancy Guthrie, who is 84, was last seen at her home on Saturday night and reported missing on Sunday. She is medication dependent and she has limited mobility. People have been interviewed in the case, according to authorities, including an Uber driver who drove Nancy Guthrie to her daughter's house on Saturday night for dinner. And also people who have worked at the house have been interviewed. CBS News Special Report, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
From the KMOX Business Desk, the U.S. job market is showing increasing weakness. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Corporate layoffs jumped in January while job openings in December plunged. Outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas reports 108,000 announced layoffs last month, tripling the number from December, and the highest total for January since 2009 during the Great Recession. The government, meanwhile, reported that job openings in December plummeted by 400,000 from the previous month to 6.5 million. And Challenger added in its report that hiring plans in January were down 49% from the prior month.
The Labor Department reported that first-time unemployment claims surged higher by 22,000 to 231,000. The Dow from Stifel's down 472 points to 49,028. We've got a crash on 170 going north at Natural Bridge. That's on the right shoulder. A stalled vehicle 6440 east at McKnight on the right side, and also 270 going north at Dorset on the right shoulder.
Clouds with a little bit of sunshine for our Thursday afternoon. Temperatures are a little bit better, but we're still below average. 39-40 will do it for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, 33. Friday, sunny. It's a nice afternoon on Friday. 49-50 for the high. Friday night, partly cloudy, 27. Another cold front coming by. So Saturday is sunny, but it's kind of chilly, 37 degrees. Then we pop back up on Sunday, sunny and nice, 54. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Midwest winters take a real toll on your garage door. Let Overhead Door Company of St. Louis come out and perform their 26-point tune-up on your garage door and opener. Just one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Schedule online at overheaddoorstlewis.com. 38 degrees, feels like 27 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Road. Welcome back, guys. DGS, happy Thursday, 2:05. Thursday, yeah.
Yay,
Thank God.
Thursday. Wow, that was such a great feeling to realize.
I know, right? It is. It's nice. It's nice. I love my kids. God, I love my kids. I just love them as people. And they're so weird. Like, the apples did not fall far from this tree. Last night, while I was asleep, 10:30 p.m., I'm an early bed guy, I get this text from my son, Nick, which I got this morning at about 4 a.m. Thank God bugs are hard. How awful would it be if bugs were hot flesh like us?
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Wouldn't it? Never had that thought in my life, but like picturing like a spider with skin.
Blech.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's saying now.
Yeah, he's your boy. You guys are like best friends.
Nick? Who did you say?
My son, Nick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know why it threw me off.
Andrew's like, I don't even know the spider you're talking
actually,
about.
we had a falling out.
I did kind of think you were talking about the spider.
You could have made that more awkward for all of us.
I was like, the flesh spider? I don't know a flesh spider.
Your son Nathan, I love that.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Nick. Yeah, Nick's the best.
I'm referencing my flesh spider named Nick.
No, it threw me off because I didn't know what he meant by bugs are hard. And now I get what he means. You throw them against the wall, they make a wacky noise.
Jeez.
But if they were flesh spiders.
I saw something really interesting last night about the Beatles. And it's a pretty old interview. It's not like breaking news, but I'd never seen it before. But you know the big thing with the Beatles, and Yoko Ono broke them up and such. And someone was interviewing Paul, and he was being really candid about it. And he said the line that John crossed was that he brought her into the studio. He said, we had an unspoken rule that the studio was for us, and we had wives and girlfriends, and sometimes they would stop by in the green room, but no one in the studio. And he started bringing her in during recordings, and at one point she sat on my amp. And the guy said, did you have the guts to say something to John to his face? And he said, no. It was just underlying tension.
This is why you got to speak up, man. Because the Beatles could have been alive and they could have stayed together if they just talked.
Okay, I have a few things to say here. Sounds like John broke up the Beatles. I don't think it sounds like John's decision to bring his partner into the studio, and it would be John's responsibility to
He's the Beatle.
Set the boundary. The other thing is, I know this is just one example of studio time, but in Get Back, the Peter Jackson documentary, Linda McCartney is in studio for long periods of time.
Didn't
with them
realize
as
that.
well. Yes.
Interesting.
She's hanging out a lot. Also, Yoko Ono was another musician. I mean, I think it's different than like
So was
someone
Linda.
who has sure. Isn't that different than someone who has absolutely no connection to the industry?
I don't know, Dave. You'll know this better than me. Was Yoko a musician, or did she just jump in because she was around?
I think she was a musician.
She was an artist.
Yeah.
But I mean, was she a musician?
I don't know.
I
I've
had
never
thought
of her as a musician.
I had thought she was a musician as part of her artistry, but I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought she was like a published musician. Like I thought she had like her own like.
Oh, I don't know about pre-John, but I don't know. That's why I asked.
I don't know. I just think it's interesting that it's like, let's just blame this woman. She broke up the Beatles.
Oh, no,
she
John did it.
didn't.
That's
Come on.
That's an excellent point.
It's
Yeah.
so like transparent. People who get real worked up about that.
No,
It's
it's
like,
if anybody, it's John.
Yes.
He's the guy in the band who understands the band, who was a part of it. You got to be the one that says, no, this is just us because this is how our process works.
Yeah.
Like that's on John. That's not on Yoko.
Yeah. Kev, can you go to a website for me real quick?
Sure.
Rentahuman.ai.
Oh, boy.
Go to Big Butt Brazilians.
BrazilianBabes.com.
Brazilian babes.
To take you anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy has set up a business that started with 5 people, and there's now like over 73,000. And the whole thing is to rent humans to AI so that you have an AI that needs something done, but it's not human. It can't get in the car and drive. And so you rent Kevin Wheeler to do your bidding.
We should shut this down now.
Interesting.
Well, AI can't want anything.
Well, not the current AI, but he's betting on the future.
I see. So it's not a functional website necessarily.
I don't know.
You want to see it so that it is rentahuman.ai. The subtitle in the center of the main page says the meat space layer for AI.
So we're meat.
Yeah, meat space is a common term in like the science fiction genre, like neuromancer.
Yeah, and meat is the like the food, not like greeting, not like meeting someone.
Meat space.
Yes,
meat space is what is referred to real life by people like Gibson's neuromancer that spends all of their time on the internet.
Yeah.
In that sort of subgenre.
Yeah, I don't like this whole in advance
just the concept
contracting yourself out to something that.
Why? How would the AI compensate you for your time?
Bitcoin?
Well, I'm out.
Isn't Bitcoin doing pretty
Having
poorly today?
Having a bad day.
Hard couple of weeks. Yeah.
Not doing so hot.
Yeah. Can we?
Ooh, that is a troubling looking
can you
graph
pay me
I'm looking
Can you
at.
pay me in real monies?
What's the graph you're looking at, Rach?
Hey, I didn't have
Just
pockets.
the market summary from the past.
Oh, for Bitcoin?
Yeah. It's not looking great. I mean, it was over 100,000 quite recently, and it's at 65,000 right now. So
How is Dogecoin doing? Is that up?
I think it's
Up.
worth a couple million.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I want all my money, in a completely unregulated marketplace.
Yeah, where in the span of less than a year, it can go from $100,000 per coin to 60.
But it's so crazy to me how all of this is made up. Everything's made up. It's all made up.
I mean, like, actual money is made up too, but it's backed by governments.
Yes.
It's backed by taxpayer dollars all over the world, and each country's got its own way of doing it.
That's why crypto's pushing for a U.S.-backed crypto.
Yeah, all right.
Trump talks about it all the time.
Well, this is the point. Then what's the point of a crypto if it's backed by a government? The whole point of crypto is that it's not.
He's right. I mean, that was like the whole big draw towards is that Bitcoin, as the kind of first and original cryptocurrency, was decentralized. It was not backed by a government, not tied to a government, and therefore would theoretically be able to like outlast, if you have like a governmental economic collapse like Greece did or whatever, you'd be able to survive that because your currency is not tied to any government. But there's been so much talk since then of like, no, we want Bitcoin and we want it to be U.S. backed, or, Britain wants Bitcoin and it'll be the Britain Bitcoin. Well, that defeats the entire purpose of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you see that Hillary Clinton has come out swinging?
I did.
What is she doing?
She's saying basically, you can read the post yourself, but she's basically saying, hey, you want to fight? Let's fight. Let's do it in public. Let's, Bill and I will be there to testify, televise it.
Why are they trying to do it behind closed doors?
Yeah, great question. Great question.
Did you see that Trump said people should stop going after Bill?
I did. I did see that.
Because he likes Bill?
Yeah. After his DOJ, a month ago, said,
Yeah.
we're launching an investigation. He goes, I heard some people. Really? Some people? Some people in your DOJ who are terrified of you and do nothing but what you tell them to do?
It's just really funny that he is so so transparently turned all the Epstein stuff is now just like, we should all just move on. Come on now. We should all just stop talking about it.
Oh, I came up with an interesting question last night. If we all simultaneously lost the ability to lie, which industry goes down first?
Oh, politics. Everything related to politics. Right?
Wouldn't that be fascinating, though? Like what politics would look like if you couldn't lie?
Yeah, there'd be a lot more people doing things in front of the public instead of in back rooms.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't lie and you can't cover and you can't hide and you can't, obfuscate the truth or tell your truth, which is not the truth, it's just what you want people to think. Yeah, it'd be a whole lot. I mean, I know there would be downsides if nobody could ever lie about anything at any level. I understand that. Hurt feelings, blah, blah. But maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we just get used to it.
Just get used to it.
It should just be the way it is. You're never going to hear BS. You're only going to hear reality.
On the opposite side, there's a great movie by Ricky Gervais called The Invention of Lying. And it's sort of a sci-fi thing where in his world, the concept of lying doesn't exist. And he goes to the bank and he has $3,000 in his account and he's struggling. And the lady said, how much do you have in your account? And he goes, 8,000. And she goes, oh my gosh, my mistake. And gives him the money. And so then it's just him living his life.
So he's the only liar.
He's the only one that's lying. And he's just cleaning up.
That's pretty good commentary.
Yeah.
I get that one mixed up with the one where he's a ghost.
Casper.
Yeah, Casper.
I get that one and the one that's the stupid Beatles one, whatever it's called.
With Ricky Gervais?
No, it's not with Ricky Gervais. It's another stupid British movie. Remember where the guy, no one knows the Beatles except the one guy, and
I liked that movie. I
Did
thought that
one
was
of
kinda
us
cute.
roofie Andrew and not remember it? You're having a day.
Had a long day, gang.
Yeah, you're having a day.
Fighting through it.
I must have had a night because I've written down on my notebook most job ass 2009.
Most job ass 2009.
No clue.
Let's see. Is that when there were the most ass jobs available? Like jobs that require your ass.
Job association, were you shortening?
Ooh, most job association 2009 ass. Yes.
Oh, most job loss.
Oh.
You just made the LO look like an A.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we've had the most job loss just recently since 2009.
Oh.
Not good.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast this morning, and they were talking about how the tariffs are, affecting industry here in the United States. And, like, if you have to import anything, it's so bad for your company because you're just losing so much, and yada, yada, yada. Then I'm thinking about the fact that, they did this study that we're absorbing something like 97% of the costs of the tariffs. So my question is, who is benefiting from the tariffs?
Supposedly us, because the money goes into the coffers of the U.S.
Okay.
So supposedly the country is, but we're paying it.
You're taking it from us.
You're taking it from us.
Taking it from individuals and then American companies as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no economist here, so don't take the gospel from me. But it seems to me pretty straightforward.
So it's a new tax.
Just a different tax.
So it's a different way of taxing us.
Yeah.
Rather than raising taxes because
kind of a consumption tax.
Because raising taxes is bad, right? Like people hate that.
Right.
But this is that.
Yes.
In practical terms, if not literal terms.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would love nothing more than to see U.S. manufacturing go up and get better. And I mean, I guess it depends on which story you're looking at here, because I'm just looking at the top stories. Wall Street Journal says U.S. manufacturing is in retreat and the tariffs aren't helping. Here's one from a website called Fiber to Fashion. U.S. manufacturing index rises in January as production momentum strengthens.
Why are we always tiptoeing around the things that could actually make a difference? We don't want new taxes, but tariffs, and those costs will be passed on to you anyway, but it's not really new taxes. And then you got idiots like Dr. Oz going, we should ask people to retire older so we can pay down the debt. No, you pay for it. You're rich. Rich people should pay for it, not the rest of us. Kiss my butt.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. With the new year upon us, there's no better time to take control of your financial life, and the Jill on Money podcast is here to help. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and, I hope, entertaining insights on your money and, more importantly, on your life. Follow and listen to Jill on Money wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's be honest, the hearing aid industry is broken. Overpriced clinics, pushy appointments, bills of $5,000 or more. That's the trap they hope you fall into. Don't let it happen. Audien Hearing is the escape. Their FDA-registered hearing aids cost just a fraction of the big brands, starting at only $98. Instead of paying as much as $5,000 plus all the doctor appointments and wasted time, you get what you need with no prescriptions, no office visits, no time wasted, and no crazy price tag. Call 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR. Audien's cutting-edge devices are rechargeable, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. Try them risk-free for 45 days with lifetime support and real human help just a phone call away. Over 1 million people have already said yes to Audien Hearing. Join them. Don't let them take advantage of you. Break free from the trap. Call now 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR for a very special offer. 800-700-HEAR or 800-700-4327.
So, guys, about Neovitin, I talk about them all the time. You guys could probably do the live instead of me. It is the simplest thing in the world. You either are open to taking a vitamin supplement or you're not. Now, you may not be open because you're super into it, and you just don't think that a one-a-day vitamin can do anything for you. You take mega packs, and they're $500 a month, and trust me, I've been there, and I remember going to the doctor, and he said, what the hell are you doing? Like, your blood tests are insane. And I told him, and he's like, don't do that. You're just going to either urinate all the extra vitamins out, or it's going to hurt your organs. And this is back in like 1984.
So if you're doing that, just be careful, because what we have is a multivitamin with 20 different ingredients, exactly what our doctors and scientists say that we need, including omega-3 fish oils. You take 2 a day. It costs less than $1 a day. A portion of every sale is going to go to cancer research. It was created in St. Louis. It's manufactured in the U.S. under the strictest guidelines. You can find it on the shelves at Schnucks and Deerbergs and online at neovitin.com.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 369-369. AREA to 369-369. AREA to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 224. Anyone else see Savannah Guthrie's message, plea to the kidnappers last night?
I couldn't watch the whole thing. I just got, a feel for the tone of what was going on. They just look so sad. And
It was amazing. I don't think I saw it live because I think they put it on social media, but I saw it when they ran it for the first time on CNN. And it, I mean, you're just not human if it doesn't affect you. Just seeing this person who you've known, for 20 years and just, pouring her heart out. And you could tell that they were doing the things you see from kidnapping movies of trying to like humanize their mom. And then when she said, we're ready to talk, you need to reach out to us so that we can, but we need to know that she's okay. Like basically we need proof of life. Mm-hmm. A couple of different ransom requests have been sent to like TMZ and different outlets. They have different deadlines. The earliest one is 5 p.m. today. But the sheriff confirmed today that they've had no further contact. So no one has said anything, but we want this much money in Bitcoin sent to this Bitcoin address, which I guess is untraceable. They have the address and they are able to show that it's a real one. It exists. Someone owns this. If you send $10 million to it, someone's going to get $10 million, but they can't look up and see who it is. And you need it by 5 p.m. today. So
I've always wondered this when these things come up in movies. Like, is it even real? Like, is anybody actually looking for a ransom in this case, or are they just stalling for time?
Yeah,
to get the hell out of Dodge or to get away or whatever.
It's
I know the police.
one.
I know the police are looking, so it's not stopping their investigation. Of course not. But I mean, do people get away with these kinds of things in 2026?
That was my question too. Like, I wonder how many times. I have to ask one of my FBI guys this. How often does someone successfully pull off a kidnapping
here
in the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, I know it happens a lot in other places.
Yeah, like I kidnap Andrew and I want $10 million and Megan pays $10 million and I give Andrew back and I move to the Caribbean.
And then you're gone and nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, how often does it happen? As a non-criminal, they've convinced me it never happened. Right?
Yeah.
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 Megan would be like, here's $50 and you can keep them. Take them with you.
Does that depend on the day?
No, I think that's just how much you get might depend on the day.
Ah, man, I'm just looking at the timeline of her disappearance. It's just very upsetting.
Very upsetting.
So you were saying that some people are reporting that they're suspecting
Ashley Banfield has gone all in.
Okay, I was afraid to say it just in case I was wrong, and then I just
Ashley
spit out
Banfield has gone all in on that it's Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law.
And the cops said, no, it's not.
Yes.
And
they said we don't have a...
Right. They're saying...
Is his location not known? Can they not just...
No, they know where he is.
Yeah, and wasn't that her sister, a.k.a. that person's wife?
Yes, she was in the
sitting
video.
next to her in the video?
Yes,
I mean...
Yes. Yeah, he dropped her off like at 9:45 p.m. They'd had dinner. And I think someone saw some police activity there, and they were looking at his car and stuff, which...
I mean, of course you're going to look at the last person that saw them, yeah.
I mean, that really makes me, squint my eyes a little bit at Ashley Banfield. Like, kind of, how dare you? Like,
yeah,
you're
she's
claiming
either,
you know who
she's
did
either got
this?
the scoop of the century or she's doing something she shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's doing something she shouldn't be doing. That
I mean,
feels
unless
really
she has a
gross.
source in the police saying...
She does.
It is, and then the police are saying publicly no, maybe just to...
The police are saying, this is from an hour ago, sheriff refuses to rule out brother-in-law as suspect.
Okay.
So they're not pursuing him actively, but they are not willing to say 100% this guy is not off our radar. We're not paying attention to him. We're not looking at him.
For 100 years, you've welcomed KMOX into your cars, your kitchens, and your daily routines.
You've trusted us through breaking news, championship celebrations, and the stories that shaped our city.
You've listened during moments of joy and leaned on us when times were uncertain.
From overnight shifts to early mornings, from one generation to the next, you've made KMOX part of your life.
From everyone at KMOX, thank you, St. Louis, for 100 unforgettable years.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history. From moment to memory.
Presenting the Barnyard Follies.
Among those voices, Bill Wilkerson.
He fakes drop sets, looking, throwing upfield. It is caught!
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Our high temperatures today slightly better, but it's still below average, and it's still kind of cold. 39-40 will do it for the high, so mainly in the 30s. Lots of clouds around with a little bit of sunshine. Partly cloudy, 33 tonight. Friday, sunny. Let's call it nice in the afternoon. Nice for this particular part of winter. 49-50 for the high. Another cold front coming through Friday night. We'll go down to 27, dry front. Saturday, sunny. It's kind of chilly, 37. And Sunday, sunny and nice, 54. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up. From now on, if you sprang a leak, need a water heater, or have hard water,
Thanks for calling Jerry Kelly Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Jerry Kelly will fix the leak, install the thing, and make that hard water easy. From the company who's got your whole home covered.
JerryKelly.com. Everyone needs to have at least one person in their corner in life. When you don't, it's an extremely lonely and frightening place to be. But knowing you have that one person gives you peace and hope. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Since 1988, myself and my firm have been in so many corners for so many clients for so many years. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason, and it's not even close. We fought like hell for you. We fight the bullies, automobile insurance companies, the makers of unsafe products, medical providers who injured or killed their own patients. It has been such an honor and made my life complete. If you ever need us, it's easy. On your mobile device or computer, visit forthepeople.com, and then we get to work 24/7. Whether you're hurt in a car crash, injured on the job, or have questions about your Social Security, we're here for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Hypnosis can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Hypnosis with great weight loss results. Mark Patrick Hypnosis will be in St. Louis on Saturday, March 7th.
Totally changed my life.
It's amazing. I don't have any cravings.
You want to quit, but have found it impossible? This is the thing for you. I have absolutely no craving. It's the darndest thing I have ever seen in my life.
It's not for entertainment. It's for results.
Do it. It works. Period.
You've tried everything else. You need to come and try this.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about dessert.
Only $59.99. Lose all the weight you want. 100% guaranteed. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis, 11 a.m. Registration, 10:30 a.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
It's men's Billikens basketball action Saturday afternoon as they take to the court against LaSalle. Pre-game 1:45, tip at 2 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
.233 DGS, happy Thursday. Come out and join us on Sunday. We'll be in the front float of the Purina Mardi Gras Pet Parade. Rach and Andrew will be with me, and come say hello.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm excited for our garb.
I like my little crabby.
I like them too.
Flappies.
I think you should wear them all the time.
Andrew's going with a lobster theme.
Mm-hmm.
Who's wearing the robe?
I don't know if anyone is.
I don't know.
I don't know if anyone is.
I'll take it.
Master of Wolves robe.
Wearing around his house.
Look good.
Go to sleep. Lucy is not going on the parade. As much as I would love to have her there, I think she would be pretty PO'd if I brought her around all those dogs.
She has a massage booked. So
yeah, just a good day off.
I want to listen to a little audio.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've not heard this. I just heard about it and asked Andrew to get it. Let's do cut number 2. Lizzo has a take on people who are in the Epstein files.
Just like the American people in the comments. I knew was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was. What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on, just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all... Where's the crime? Focus.
She went on to say, if someone steals an apple from a grocery store, should everyone in their contacts in their phone be arrested? Not a great analogy.
No,
So
that's
crazy.
a terrible analogy. The first part she was saying makes way more sense, is that people need to pay attention to the details and not just say, there's a name, and then go, that guy's bad. Well, what was the person on the island? Was the person exchanging direct emails with the bad guy? Or was the name just mentioned? Like, I do think that matters. Like, how and how often your name goes in there. So I do think that we've seen a lot of people react like every name is like an indictment of that person and that person's guilty of something. But it's not true for all of them. It's way more true for people that are in photos or people whose words are in emails going back and forth with Epstein, like this Dr. Atia guy. Have you seen this stuff? What in the world?
And he kept his job at CBS.
I know. What are we doing?
The thing I don't understand, I would love to understand it, Todd Blanche, who's in charge of the whole thing, said, we haven't redacted any men's names. Any. We've only redacted victims' names. But I can think of a dozen emails that I've read.
Oh, yeah.
That are from redacted.
Yeah, and they're blanked out.
To Epstein.
Yep.
Talking about little girls.
Yes.
So a little girl emailed you and asked what little girls are going to be at the party?
A victim did that?
A victim did that?
Yeah.
I also, when it comes to like what Lizzo said or whatever, there is an element of, if you were a contact of this guy, that's wrong and you are a bad person. People knew and have known for many years. I mean, I remember hearing Epstein's name in like the early 10s. You know what I mean? Like people knew who Epstein was and what he was up to. And so if you are in contact with him and even if you're not like, hey, how do I get on that island? If you're in contact with him, if you're socializing with him, if you're talking to him, that's not good. You know what he's up to.
It's
because he went to prison in 2008 for 13 months. So anything after that, you know what he is. Right?
And generally, I would argue
that, you probably knew too.
Yeah, before that, you were probably aware. Oh yeah, that guy's into some freaky business.
Yeah, but after that, there's no probably.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. The man went to prison for soliciting prostitution from a minor. So anything after that, you knew what he was.
I just don't understand why Lizzo would even post that. Like, you have the
theory-
option to say nothing.
Yeah.
The theory is that she's like trying to work with Jay-Z very hard on something. Like she's been trying one of like a business deal or something. And so they think that she made this video to suck up to Jay-Z.
I don't think he's going to care that much. You know what I mean? Like, you have the option to say nothing, and instead you're putting yourself out there with like a pretty horrible take and then deleting it, which makes you look even worse because then you're kind of acknowledging like it was a stupid
this was
thing
a bad
to do.
one. Yeah.
Interesting. You want to do another piece of audio, Dave?
Yeah, Andrew, how's the Andrew Schultz?
It's interesting. It's interesting to hear, Andrew Schultz is one of these
bro podcasters.
Yeah, bro manosphere right-wing podcast guys that were really instrumental, most people think, in getting Trump elected in 2024, in getting Trump a lot of, young people and a lot of young men specifically to vote for Trump. And a lot of those guys, the Joe Rogan types, the Andrew Schultz types, the Theo Von types, have started to turn on Trump in recent weeks due to, the ICE stuff.
Yeah.
And this ties into that.
This was a breaking point for me in the way that the administration responded to it. Like, I didn't think what's happening right now with ICE could happen in America. I genuinely did not think that was possible. I thought our institution, I thought the Constitution would hold up. When I see it and then immediately defend it, I start to go, we gotta be very loud about this. Like it all of a sudden becomes not like liberal catastrophic thinking. It starts to become very reasonable, nuanced criticism of the administration. They have just made the most far left critiques of the Trump administration. Their reaction to this has just justified all of them. In one moment, all of their responses from Trump to Kash Patel, they have justified every single and I know people will probably look at this and be like, they've done a million other things to justify them. Sure. And that's fair. But this specific situation, I think, is a breaking point and it has justified all those criticisms. I think people's antennas are way up and people's antennas that were not up initially.
This is like seeing the Epstein files. Cause it's like,
wouldn't it be nice if we got those?
It's like, damn, y'all really been lying to us. Like, damn, like you really lying to us.
That was Charlamagne the God, by the way.
Yeah, he was on the podcast with him and jumped in with that bit at the end.
I mean, I'll just
So this is surprising you? They advertised that this was what they were going to do. There's a whole ass document called the Project 2025. The architects of that document were all part of the campaign and have all been hired to execute this plan. It was in writing before the election. And you just didn't want to believe it. You didn't want to believe it. So when Trump said, I don't know what that is, come on. You're hiring the people that wrote it. Don't tell me you don't know what it is.
Well, I'll just say what I said when Alex Preddy was murdered. Yeah, it sucks that this guy helped get Trump elected. It really does. But if you are down to call out what is happening, like, I welcome you with open arms. Please point it out. Please.
I'm a little annoyed when he's like, it's no longer catastrophic, liberal hysteria. It's a very reasonable criticism. And it's like, yeah, jackass, it was a very reasonable criticism the whole time. It didn't just start being a very reasonable criticism to say, hey, I'm worried and scared that you're going to start like dragging people out of their cars and executing them in the street. Now that it's happening, it's like, yeah, it wasn't a catastrophic thinking when I said I was scared of it either. Idiot. It's because I was like, I see this coming in the future and it's scary.
I got an email about a week ago and I never read it. Okay, here you go. Dave, you're obviously a smart guy and consistently fair, but you are just too soft, my friend. The tactics used by Border Patrol and ICE are specifically designed to bring chaos and suffering. It's the only way to deter rioters. If they truly draw down, the bad guys win, and it will be anarchy. Hopefully Donald Trump comes back to his senses and brings Bovino back.
Abusing people is not tough. It's cruel. And people that send emails and messages like that don't understand the difference between cruel and tough. Tough is withstanding punishment. Tough is taking punishment and continuing to do what's right. Cruel is not caring about the outcomes of your actions on people. This is cruelty. If you were going to go ahead and do what they initially said they were going to do, which is we're going to target the criminals, we're going to go after the bad people. All right. I mean, there are plenty of people in prison you could probably go find. But that's not what happened. We started randomly grabbing people without warrants, which is the problem. And in our country, following the law is not weakness. Following the law is mandatory. If we don't follow the law, we don't have a country.
Clinton deported 12.5 million people. George W., 10.3 million.
Yep.
Obama, 5.3.
Yep.
So far, Trump has deported 2 million. And I don't remember ever having a discussion about ICE before Trump.
Because nobody was doing this.
I don't know.
In those administrations, were people being pulled out of their houses? Were ICE and Border Patrol agents breaking into the homes or into the businesses of American citizens without warrants? Were we shooting American citizens in the street? How you do it matters. I mean, this is just common sense, man. You're arguing that the vigilantes like Charles Bronson and all those people were right, that you don't need to arrest people, just go shoot them. That's not what the United States is.
Two legendary bands, one massive night of classic rock. Foreigner, performing the songs that defined a generation. You're as cold as ice. And Leonard Skinner, bringing Southern rock anthems to St. Louis. Foreigner, Leonard Skinner, coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Tell you guys about my friend Susan L. Ward. Susan's there for you if you're going to be getting divorced or if you are divorced and someone is taking you back. It's called a modification. And that used to be, about a third of the cases I would get, that you get divorced and you have all your paperwork and then either someone leaves something out, we didn't say who was going to pay for college. We didn't say this. We didn't say that. Or something changes. You know, they hit the lottery. They married a multimillionaire. They lost their job. I am disabled now. Anything involving you and a divorce, whether you're heading to it or it's in your rearview mirror, but it seems to be rearing its head again, you can't do better than Susan L. Ward. As I always say, talk to your best friend, talk to your pastor, talk to your priest, talk to a counselor, but you haven't done what you need to do until you've spoken to a really, really good divorce attorney, and that's Susan. She has offices all over Missouri, 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com. Welcome back, DGS. Happy Thursday. Kev, is it a good time to talk about the guy from Texas you have on your show sheet?
Sure. If you guys want to. I don't know if you guys saw that. Did you see the video of this?
I did not. I'm unfamiliar.
All right, so this guy named Chad Michael Watts was driving in his truck in, I think it's pronounced Buda, Texas. It's Buda. Could be Buda. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's in Texas. And he's driving by an area where high school students are staging a walkout. They're protesting ICE, right? So Chad Michael Watts, on the video, gets out of his truck while it's still in traffic, so leaves the car in traffic, parked in traffic, goes and confronts a teenage girl, hits her, shoves her down into a ditch, and then he gets jumped by a bunch of high school kids who beat the crap out of him. And the beauty of it is he gets to go to jail for it, and he's charged with multiple crimes for attacking this teenage girl. And I just feel like it's the greatest case of karma. If you can't, I mean, this is the group of people that's talking about toughness. And you can't take a bunch of high school kids protesting something. You got to get out of your truck and go physically assault a teenage girl because you can't take the fact that they're mad about something that you agree with. What kind of sensitive person are you that you're going to get out of your truck, leave it in traffic, attack a teenage girl because they're saying something you don't like? Or maybe they called a name or they said something bad about the guy you voted for. Who cares? How can a grown-ass man care that much what a bunch of teenagers are saying on the side of a road? They weren't impeding traffic. They weren't in your way. They weren't even talking directly to you unless you stopped and said something to them. But now you're facing real jail time for assaulting a teenager. And you got your ass kicked in the process. And I just find it amazing that this is a thing. Like, who in the world is a sane person that would stop their car in traffic and get out and start an altercation with a teenager because they're saying words you don't like? What are we doing? This guy's almost 40 years old. How do you not have the sense to just be like, bunch of idiots, and keep on driving?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think this is a sane person.
I agree with you. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, it's like, but the sad part is like, people are being preyed upon and convinced that they have these enemies to the point where they're assaulting teenage girls because they're convinced the enemy is so huge that they must do something or they've lost all emotional control over the situation. I just really feel bad for the people who are being exploited and are reacting violently, because this is not normal. This is not a normal way to behave. It's not a normal way to feel. But the kind of propaganda that's being pushed out there is like, these people are taking your livelihood from you. Every problem in your life is because of immigrants coming to this country. If you're taking that in and really digesting that, and this is what's going to eventually flow out of you, and it's very scary and very sad.
Yeah, and I think that, and by the way, to be clear, in the exact opposite scenario, there's no difference in my feeling. If some liberal person jumped out of their car and attacked a high school kid for saying something pro-Trump, they're just as stupid and demented and weird and wrong. That's kind of the point that I'm making. And Rach, you're right on, Rach. We've done too much of amping things up to be even bigger and worse and more terrible than they are. So people with those proclivities are now on the edge all the time, and they can't take it anymore. And I mean, this guy, I don't know exactly what the outcome of this will be, but he's facing felonies. I mean, I don't know how much jail time he's going to get. I don't know if there's going to be a plea agreement, but I know it'll be on his record forever. And for what? Because those teenagers were saying things you don't like? Again, they weren't blocking traffic. They weren't in your face. They eventually were. And by the way, we had Luke asked if anything happened to the teenage boys, because a bunch of boys and girls, by the way, they all jumped in to defend their friend or classmate, whatever. And nothing, there, to my knowledge, no charges against the boys, because it's a version of self-defense. They're seeing a person get attacked and they're defending that person.
Accounting Digest says genius and law-abiding immigrants, I'm not sure what genius means there, with a lot to contribute, are regretting the day they came to the U.S. and they never suspected that America is supposed to be the dumpster of the world.
I think what he's saying is it's people who come here because they're smart and they're looking to get involved in tech and things like that are now maybe second-guessing that. I don't know if that's exactly what it means. That's how I read it.
Yeah, does anyone, I mean, this could just be because I don't like Trump, but does anyone really doubt that our stock has fallen across the globe? It seems obvious to me. Everything from tariffs to Greenland to calling places S-holes and just the way that we're treating everyone and we're going to annex Canada. It just seems like, and I'm guessing my MAGA friends would say, well, you can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. You know, we had been such simps for so long under the Democrats that we had to find our balls again. And this is just what it looks like when you're carrying a big stick. But
I mean, it's fine if you don't think that you need cooperation with people around the world and you don't need allies, I guess. I don't know. Are we better off alone? How's alone worked out for Russia?
They're not really
I'm
sorry,
alone,
I just can't buy into the idea that it's like, this is all happening because we need law and order and we need to crack down on illegal blah, blah, blah. No, it's a show of power to all of us, American citizens included. And that show is, you will comply with what we say. And if you don't comply, we're going to shoot you. You're going to be executed in the street.
Yeah, I mean,
happened twice last month at least.
J.D. Vance was just asked yesterday or the day before if he would apologize for characterizing Alex Preddy, the ICU nurse, as an assassin, and he said no.
Yeah, I mean, then we get like a comment like we got from Mathias. He's like, well, as usual, you have no clue what you're talking about. The reason they have to go out in the streets is because local officials will not cooperate. Fine. Still got to follow the law, dude. You still don't get to take down U.S. citizens. You still don't get to break the law, ignore the fact that you don't have a warrant. It doesn't matter.
How many of you think taxes will go up in the future? And if they do, who will get hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Thursday, February 19th or Tuesday, February 24th. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler for FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KMOX, an official sportsbook of Super Bowl 60, and the official sportsbook for me. Last call for football this week. And, of course, FanDuel Sportsbook is giving you a daily profit boost. So what that means is every single day leading up to the big game on Sunday, you have an opportunity to boost your winnings. So today's 30% profit boost is around touchdowns. Shortest touchdown scored, longest touchdown scored, first touchdown, last touchdown. A lot of variations you can play with there. So, example, will Kenneth Walker he's got the best odds to get a touchdown at minus 185. Will he be the one that gets the first touchdown? Because there's better odds if you're picking the first one. Will the Patriots be playing from behind late in the game and add a touchdown late to Hunter Henry or someone else for the last touchdown scored? A lot of ways to play it. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. So play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. And remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're next to order. Please pull forward.
You know, Josh, when you said you were springing for lunch, I didn't think you meant drive-through fast food.
Ah, come on, man. Money's been tight lately, and these high gas prices are killing me.
You pay full price at the pump? Get your head out of the sand and start using Upside.
What's Upside?
Come on, dude. Upside is the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it every time I fill up my tank.
Does that really add up?
I've already banked around $200.
That's serious cash.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm ordering the free Upside app to start earning cash back on every gallon of gas I buy.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ORDER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky. We're standing at 40 degrees downtown at the Arch. The search continues for Nancy Guthrie, who vanished 5 days ago from her Tucson, Arizona home. She is the mother of NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie, who, along with her brother Cameron and sister Annie, released a video yesterday pleading for the return of their 84-year-old mother. At the news conference today, Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano said the complex investigation requires testing and analysis of anything found at the scene that might be relevant to the disappearance.
We rushed what we thought was the best target for DNA. We did a rush through and got some of that back. The blood on the porch, that was one we did. It came back to Nancy.
Nano said the investigation so far has not led to either a suspect or a person of interest. HOK, one of the world's largest architecture firms, commits to staying in downtown St. Louis for several years, and they're not the only ones.
We estimate that we'll bring an additional 234, to be exact, jobs to downtown St. Louis over the next 10 years.
Partner and Chief Growth Officer Missy Kelly at Anders across the street in the Bank of America building on Market, committing to 10 more years downtown.
When a company says yes to downtown, they are saying yes to the St. Louis region. And I am so proud to work for a company that is committed to downtown, to being part of the solution. And when a company like HOK that has the brand and the credibility says yes to downtown, that's exponential.
Matt Ratz started his business with a food truck. A pandemic later, he opened up Ucraft Cafe, also in the Peabody building.
I've quadrupled my square footage from 2,000 square foot to about 8,000 square foot downstairs. In that time, we projected about a 50% growth from down there to up here. Boy, was I wrong. We have 120% growth.
Ratz says on the weekend his business enjoys the tourism, and Monday through Friday it's the business community. David Hoffman is about to become an NHL owner, but he says his ultimate goal is Busch Stadium. The Washington, Missouri billionaire is remaking Augusta as Missouri wine country and owns a controlling stake in the Post-Dispatch parent. He's also awaiting legal approval to buy the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he tells the Business Journal today he wants to pay off the hockey team in 24 months and then buy the Cardinals. Hoffman says he came in second when the Blues were sold to Tom Stillman's group a decade ago. While he admits the DeWitt family has given no public indication they want to sell, Hoffman says he is ready to talk if they are. Director of the Sports Business Program at Washington University, Patrick Risch, tells KMOX.
You don't announce that you're moving forward oftentimes unless there is truly steam behind it. We've seen, certainly the Taylors, I don't think would have move forward publicly with their interest in professional soccer if they didn't think they were going to get across the finish line, which they certainly did. We see in other markets that, typically speaking, you're not making a public announcement. Even in Kroenke's case, making the announcement of buying land in Inglewood, well, that wasn't kept a secret, and that certainly was the death knell of the Rams in St. Louis. So we know that when organizations and owners go public with these sorts of things, or potential owners, it usually means where there's smoke, there's fire.
KMOX has reached out to the Cardinals for a reaction. From the KMOX business desk, billionaire David Hoffman says he wants the St. Louis Post-Dispatch to become a competitive weapon for the region's economy. Hoffman today officially became chairman of the paper's parent company, Lee Enterprises, and he told that Business Journal event that the paper needs to do a better job promoting the community rather than tearing it down, as he put it, also criticizing the current editorial stance as, quote, too left. Hoffman says he plans to add staff rather than cut, and announced that printing operations next month will move from Columbia to his hometown of Washington, Missouri. Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. To Stifel we go. Scott Bedell. Scott.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. Technology stocks continued with their third straight day of heavy selling, with some stocks off as much as double digits. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 593 points, or just about 1.2% at 48,908. The Standard & Poor's 500 index dropped 1.25% to 6,798, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ slid 1.6% to close at 22,540. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index was down 0.4% at 1,700 even. Checking on some shares of local interest, Anheuser-Busch gained 0.7% to $74.99. Bear Corporation up 2.5% at $13.65. On the downside, Caleres fell a little bit more than 6% at $12.58, while Build-A-Bear Workshops lost more than 8% to close at $54.36. And finally, Stifel Financial slid 0.2% to close at $128.04. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stifel.com.
You'll find a crash on 70 going east before 141. That's got the right shoulder closed. MoDOT announces a change in plans.
Well, better than expected weather has moved up the roadwork plan on North 270. They're now going to begin that roadwork North 270 tonight at 8 p.m. through 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, same time frame into Saturday morning, North 270 between 64 and Ladue will be reduced to one lane. 2 lanes will be closed so they can shift barrier wall and restripe the roadway. And over the weekend, so Friday night at 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. Monday, they're going to complete completely close Conway under 270 to demolish the old bridge there. Roger Brand, KMOX News.
Our high temperatures today slightly better, but it's still below average, and it's still kind of cold. 39-40 will do it for the high, so mainly in the 30s. Lots of clouds around with a little bit of sunshine. Partly cloudy, 33 tonight. Friday, sunny. Let's call it nice in the afternoon. Nice for this particular part of winter. 49-50 for the high. Another cold front coming through Friday night will go down to 27. Dry front. Saturday, sunny. It's kind of chilly, 37. And Sunday, sunny and nice, 54. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Temperature downtown at the Arch is 40, but the feels like is 29. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The big game is here, and now you can trade on football legally nationwide on Kalshi. Right now, New England is trading at 32% to beat Seattle. A $100 trade pays out $289. Use code FAN to get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Thursday, a few minutes past 3 p.m. Our buddy Janelle is here. She does movie reviews and lots of social media stuff. You can find her under the name Holy L-E-L-L-E. She came in loaded for bear today. She has 3 great DGS topics. So, yeah.
No, I don't
right.
like. First of all, you're already setting me up for
failure. Yeah.
Yes, huge disappointment.
It's all on you, Janelle.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Which one you like first?
Let's go with the Groundhog Day first.
Okay, so I rewatched Groundhog Day, obviously on Groundhog Day, and it's always been talked about how long did he relive that same day over and over again, and it was estimated that he lived that same day 33 years and 350 days based off of all the skills he had gained in that time: ice sculpting, fluency in French, when he speaks French poetry to her. The piano that he did, and everybody that their intimate details about their lives. And I even asked texted my kids and was like, what 3, and thankfully my kids never question, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you asking me this? They just immediately give me their answers. Is what 3, if you knew you had 34 years to work on, just one you just relive the same day over and over again for 34 years, what 3 skills would you want to have learned out of that?
I love that question. So you're going to live the same day. You're going to have 33 years to do whatever you want to do because you're living the same day over and over. The one that pops into my head, ironically, is I would become a great guitarist because I play guitar. I own many, but I'm not a good guitarist. But I have been around great guitarists, and I'm obsessed with this idea of how creative people, the truly gifted, can take something from their brain to their body. Whether it's Paul Skeens or Jimmy Griffin, and I don't have that. I kind of have that for drums. I picked up drums really quickly. I kind of have that for athletics in general, but given 33 years, I would love to be as close to a virtuoso guitarist as I could get with my level of talent. That's my first one. How about you guys?
I would want to be able to master another language.
What would you pick right off the top of your head?
Japanese, but...
Oh, yeah, duh.
But, really any language would be awesome. Just knowing how to speak another language, full stop. I would want to be able to be really good at an instrument, and I think I would go with piano. But also, I've had 34 years to do that and still haven't
Same.
done it.
Yeah, I've had a guitar since the 4th grade.
And then I would want to do something to make me physically a lot stronger. I think I would, assuming that it doesn't reset every day, right? I would want to be super good at yoga at this point and just be as flexible as possible.
I'd just become the richest person on earth because I know what's going to happen every day. I just got to wager on it.
I would think
But
though the bank would reset.
The bank would reset, yeah.
But it's just you
right,
and
but
your
on the last
skills.
day, I just make all the big bets and I make all kinds of crazy money.
But you only have one day to spend it.
So you're.
Wait, I thought you were saying we were taking something that we would learn from repeating that for that many years
What
and
would
then
you
moving
learn?
on after
What would
that.
you learn that would make you rich in one day? What would you learn?
I mean, it could be anything. The stock market moves, teams, sports teams winning and losing. Who's going to? I mean, like all the things you can bet on.
But you only get
For one day.
But it's the same day.
It's the same day.
Right, but we're not moving on past that day.
No, it's Groundhog Day.
So it's like.
No, I understand, but there is time after the Groundhog Day.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I mean, like you have your 34 days of February 2nd. You just do February 2nd over and over and over and over.
I see
again.
what Kevin's saying.
I'm thinking
if my guitar skills would last.
This is what I'm asking. Right? Is
Right.
like, are we when that ends? Are we taking that with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I'm taking all the money. I'm going to learn everything for the first 31 times, and on the 32nd day, I'm wagering on everything, and at the end of that day, I'm going to be rich as hell.
Is there a lot of sports that are going on February 2nd?
It doesn't matter. I'll find them. Could be the smallest college basketball game. I can bet $8 million because I'll win.
I'm very surprised by Kevin's response.
Kevin has $8 million.
Well, I mean, I'll find it. I got 31 days to build up a bank.
No, but again, you're not.
No, I
you're
know,
not getting to keep the
but to
bank.
figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, like in the movie, he stole the money from the
Bank.
Brinks.
Yeah, from the Brinks truck.
And he lived like a rich man to the extent he wanted to.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
I feel like you get tired of that.
He apparently did, because at a certain point in the movie, remember, he was ready. He threw the toaster in the bathtub and he drove off a cliff and drove off a cliff. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Eventually, when he finds a purpose and what does make him happy, that's when he starts to. That's when it turns over. But yeah.
Janelle was also making the point, which I think
It's
we all
creepy.
picked up from from the movie, but like he basically stalks
Andy McDowell.
Andy
for
McDowell
30
for 33 years. Like at the end, it's like,
He
oh my
knows-
gosh, it's so romantic. They're in love. But like,
I did not take
well,
that. I was like, at the end of it, I was like, so he knows everything about her. Like he could have learned everything there is to know, and he did learned everything about her, and she knows barely anything about him that next day.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
Andrew, how about
really
you?
weird.
Right?
Yeah, I probably do like piano.
Piano.
Learn something like that. I
I will hire all you guys to work for me.
read a bunch of books
Evidently
on
so.
my yacht.
Yeah, he's got $8 million.
I got a guitarist. I got a
glad
pianist.
I can play guitar.
I've got
My
a
skill
yoga
is
instructor.
watching Kevin and then turning him into the FBI on the next
I
day.
wouldn't do anything illegal. It would all be legal. Well, actually, I don't know. Gambling. It depends on when. Is it
He's
now
a-
or is
he's
it
a-
like back
he's
then?
He's a witch.
Yeah.
You could read all of the books. You could watch all
Yeah,
the
see,
shows.
mine
you
was
could
read books.
Play all the games. I
it's
mean, it'd
really
be
lame,
there.
but
Like the Twilight Zone episode. There's
Burgess
time
Meredith.
now.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
own them all at the end of it too.
what's the point of owning them if you haven't read them?
Well, I mean, I got time then, right? Now I'm rich. I don't have to work. I can do all that stuff.
I never knew you were that money motivated.
Kevin getting out of his infinite time loop and going, now finally I have time.
If I could see a way to do that, like again, not breaking any laws, because I wouldn't be robbing banks or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just take advantage of my little gift there, and then make the rest of my life exactly what I want it to be because I have it. But what's wrong with that?
Okay, ask the Castaway one.
Oh, the Castaway was, so he's on the island for 4 years, and he's very much still, he's watching the winds, he's building his raft, trying to get off that island. And I was watching it, and I was like, I don't know if after 4 years I would still have that, I don't know if it was daily, monthly, yearly drive to get off the island. I think I would have just resigned my fate to staying on the island and dying in a way that I knew, like starvation or injury, but getting out on a raft I made in the ocean where I don't know where I'm going, and no, like shark, no, thank you, shark, no. I'm just everybody. I'm glad. I mean, it's really sad that everybody thinks I died, but I don't know. I just couldn't see me trying. I didn't understand it because I was like, wow, that's impressive because I couldn't do it.
I think in the movie he was a sailor. I think I remembered some allusion to him having like yacht trophies. But if it were me, knowing nothing about sailing, I can't imagine ever trying to get off the island.
At some point, you're going to lose your mind and try, though, right?
Oh, God, I forgot about the Wilson thing.
Yeah, he talked about the volleyball. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, you're just going to reach that thing where you're going to break and be like, I'm just going. What the heck?
I don't know. I think you would just settle into that life. That's your friend. And I don't know if, like, again, it would just be the fear of getting into the ocean would be it for me. I've gotten into the ocean, just I haven't sailed out on a raft.
Yeah, I mean, if I think I'm going to die, I'll try that before I just sit on the beach and go.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just I enjoy the isolation.
Art of War says, how many years has it been since Dave got his guitar in the 4th grade? You still might not be that good if you got another 34 years. F off, Art of War.
That's a block.
I already fell on the sword. I said I'm not good because I'm lazy and I never practice.
Yeah, but if you had that many times to just do it, right?
Oh, he blocked him.
He's in timeout.
Oh, Andrew.
You're in timeout.
Man.
How else do you think these people are going to learn?
Yeah. We'll see you in timeout.
It's been combative with the stream today.
We'll see you in timeout when you learned your lesson.
Jeez.
Come back raring.
No kidding.
Guy makes a joke and now he's banished.
Yeah, we're on his side. Now we're going against our own compatriot.
Hashtag Andrew.
Hashtag
Andrew. Getting a timeout is the best thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it for you. I'm disciplining you for your own good.
You should have made the argument that you made me do it.
Yes, yeah, you may. Look, I don't want to discipline you, Art of
It's the
War.
only way you listen.
You didn't cooperate,
It's the
so we
only
made
way.
you do it.
It's the only way I can get through to you. It's also the first thing I tried.
Mitch says I know. Mitch says I know how it feels. It's not good.
Mitch, what's it like? Are you just not able to type in the comment box?
Goes into the void.
Could you hear us?
It just the stream cuts out and it just says the Dave Glover Show is very mad at you.
Yes.
Janelle's another really good question when we come back. Let me tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. Again, a 2-level sell. The first level is just making sure that you are comfortable with the fact that these are real guys, because there are lots of window companies out there that are not. You could tell, 20 years ago, I guess, before that, it was just like, where would you go to get a window? And then people realized they could make a lot of money at the replacement window business, and now everyone and their brother is in it. So you do have to be very careful, much like when you watch advertising for attorneys. I've checked them out. So I'm not a window expert. I'm not a construction guy. I'm not a carpenter. I have no union card, but they impress me. So for whatever that's worth to you. And the deal is buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. 0% interest for 36 months, so 3 years to spread out your payments with no added cost. $500 off your total home improvement project when the dust settles. You can call them locally, 314-334-2522, or you can learn everything you need to know about them at their website, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Welcome to Radio Rental. The scariest stories you've ever heard in your life. All told by real people. And off we go.
This wasn't a human being that I saw. There's something here in this house, something not of this world.
There was a woman moving through the hall. I stepped back and I was completely alone.
Radio Rental is available now. Listen for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead. On your terms, text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. I've not been to the Purina Mardi Gras Pet Parade, and this year I'm the Grand Marshal, and Rach and Andrew are going to be on the float with me, so we'll see you there. Please introduce yourself or say hi. But Janelle's been, and you were saying, like, do not underestimate the number of people, the number of pets, the variety of pets.
Yeah, you're not going to just see dogs and cats. You're going to see people. They have the most elaborate ways to bring the smallest of animal, where some people will bring like their rats and still have them in cages, but on wagons. And everything is decorated. I've seen people with llamas. There's people with pot-bellied pigs that walk them. There are people. Yeah, it's everything you can possibly, lizards, everything you can possibly imagine. It's really neat.
Be fun. Okay, I'll roll out your next question so you don't get in trouble. There may or may not, we don't know, be a movie with this plot, but I think it's a cool plot twist.
Yes, because it was actually based on a Reddit thread that some lady had posted that this is what she had done and confessed this to her mate.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so you fall in love with someone, you're very happy, you've been with them for a little while now, maybe even married, and then you either find out or they confess to you that they had stalked you for 3 years before you met.
I mean, intense stalking. Like everything you thought was just like if you went to college, they followed you to college. If you weren't working somewhere, they followed you to that job. Like they know everything about you. And like we're talking about stalking 3 years before you ever dated.
And how long have we been together?
Let's say 3 years.
3 years.
Rach, you brave enough to say what you said off the air?
I mean, I'm partially kidding, but like I would probably be pretty flattered. Like if I was already in love with the person, I'd be like, oh, because let's be honest, with social media and the amount that some people post these days, like you don't think this is already happening?
Oh, sure.
Like people get their sights set on someone and then it's like, all right, I can probably find out as much about them as I possibly can before I ever approach them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would go as far as to call this example stalking, but I think my mom turned my dad down like 10 times before she ever accepted to go out with him. But he kept trying. They were high school students. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
Today that would be stalking because no means no.
Well, and also let me, I acknowledge that I'm, everyone please like realize I don't know if I would
start stalking her online, please.
Right. The whole thing is you were able to form a connection with this person and fall in love with them for a sustained period of time, and then you find this out. If you're just stalking someone and it never works out, then yes, yeah, that's creepy and bad and wrong. It's kind of an end justifying the means type of thing.
But what if it was the kind of stalking where like they really kind of made them like they just told you they like things and
they became who you needed them to be.
Yeah, like very single white female stalking kind of thing. Like they took over your personality and now you don't know if it's their personality or if that's just all the intense.
Underrated movie.
Yeah. It is. I might have to go back.
Andrew, you're awfully quiet on this one.
Sorry, I was stalking women. What are we talking about?
I'm reminded of that meme. Have you guys ever seen that meme? It's like a woman sitting in her office and there's like a good-looking guy who peeps into her cubicle and he's like, hey, how's it going, sweetie? And she's like, aw, Dawn, it's so good to see you. And then, like, a less attractive man does the exact same thing. And she's like, hello, human resources? Like, yeah, it's like, okay, well, if you ended up being attracted to the person, I guess it would probably be fine. But if not, it sounds horrifying.
Yeah, no, it was a Reddit thread because some lady had confessed this to her husband, that she had fully, like, committed, like, full on stalking him.
So like sitting outside his apartment in her car
Yeah, because I
watching?
don't know how many years ago it was, you know, so it might have been pre-social media where like, yes, no, she was like tracking him and followed him to the college that he went to and like set up like, oh, we just happened to meet. But it's like she's been watching him from a distance for a long time and just kind of went about intense stalking for 3 years and told him. And then his response was that he was really weirded out by it and he just didn't know if the relationship would continue after that.
Well, it's like my beloved movie Passengers. Mm-hmm. You know, Chris Pratt spends a year by himself on this spacecraft and then wakes up Jennifer Lawrence and they fall in love and then she finds out. But in the end, they come back together. I mean, sorry to spoil the whole movie. Yeah. But anyway, someone did like a 10-minute cut of the movie where you don't know this until the end.
Yeah.
And it's a much better movie. Well, it's very scary.
It's also like, if I'm remembering that correctly, it also means she's going to die.
She's going to live out her life on that spaceship.
Right.
With you.
Like, she's not going to make it to the destination because he woke her up.
Yes.
And she's just going to die on that spaceship.
Yes.
So that's a little bit, that's a pretty big plot twist.
Well, that's what causes the big fight, right? Because he tells her,
like, you just killed me.
He tells her, like, oh, yeah, your pod must have broke.
Yeah. And
then it turns out, it broke because he broke it. Yeah. Because he thought she was fine.
Yeah.
And she finds out why, because he trusted an android. The classic reason.
Yeah, but like I said, it goes back to the Groundhog Day. Like, how weird would you feel knowing came out that somebody had, they had devoted 30 years to knowing everything about you, and you don't know.
The ultimate stalk.
Well, 30 years would be a lot.
But you'd be so rich.
Well, that's it, yeah. Be pretty great.
We learned on Brady. He wants to be rich, and he hates kid actors.
No, I do not. I hate people that
I do.
poorly use kid actors. That's what I hate. So blame the writers, directors, producers, because it's not the kid's fault.
For every movie where a kid's okay, there are 20 movies where they ruin it.
It's unfortunate. I don't know if it's 20, but it's more.
I mean, they're kids. I get it. I don't blame them.
No, I agree.
They're
Same
kids.
thing. It's not the kid's fault. They're a kid. But just, you got to understand what you're doing and not feature too much of the kid. Unless the kid is just brilliant, and some of them are.
Yeah, I was going to say, in all fairness, this year we've seen, I mean, I don't want to say Stranger Things because these kids are all now 30, even though I consider that a kid, but they were really good when they were, when it first started 10 years ago. But this year has been really good because you think about Welcome to Derry. That entire cast was excellent. All of them were great. And then we have, this year we were talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms and the little boy that's in that.
Yeah, he's really fun.
He's great. Apparently he's been acting since he was 4 years old in a soap opera. Yeah. So
he's good.
Amy,
yes.
I have a real beef with bathroom doors in hotels. The stupid sliding door. No, give me a fully shut door, because the sliding door, you know what happens? There's always a gap.
There's a gap.
And so if you have a partner with you in the hotel room, there are sounds and smells and steam.
It puts a new meaning to the word butt crack.
The Chris and Amy Show, weekdays starting at 9 on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
If every time you have people over, you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Baths, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbaths.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbaths.com.
In times that feel uncertain, music can bring us together. Join the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra for Prokofiev and Child's Anthems of Resilience. Experience a shared journey of hope through Prokofiev's Symphony No. 5, Rena Esmail's Remember, and Billy Child's Diaspora, featuring saxophonist Stephen Banks. February 6th and 7th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
It is last call for football, and yes, FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. So here's today's 30% profit boost. This is around touchdowns. So shortest touchdown scored, the longest touchdown scored, the first TD or the last TD, or right now, Kenneth Walker, he's got the best odds of scoring a touchdown. Do you think it's going to be him? Do you think it'll be JSN? Well, that's entirely up to you. And what you can do is take that bet, opt in each day, place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60 and of KMOX. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
We got a couple of issues on 44 in the left lane downtown, westbound 44 just before 55. Looks like a minor crash as the left lane blocked. A little bit of a delay there. And eastbound 44, just before you get to Stanton, there's a crash in the left lane. Traffic's backed up midway back to Sullivan on eastbound 44 roughly. And that is more of a jam, obviously, than the westbound one downtown. Westbound 64, Kings Highway out through Clayton's Kinker's a little heavy. Big Ben Hanley, the right lane's just slow. Clayton Warson out to 270 is busy. After that, it's wide open. Eastbound 64, Mason at 270 is off the pace. South 270, south of 364 to 64 is slow, but after that, it clears out. South 170 looks good. North 170, Scudder to Airport Road, a little busy. Westbound 70, again, the only backup right now is T.R. Hughes out to just before Highway K. We had an incident there. I'm Roger Brand at the Michaels Flooring Outlet.com Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
Looking for your dream home in Wentzville? Welcome to Sutton Farms by Lombardo Homes, where community and comfort come together. Enjoy resort-style living with a private clubhouse, indoor courts, a splash pad, sand volleyball, walking trails, and even a dog park. Design your own custom home in our Parkside, Nature, or Tradition series, all within the top-rated Wentzville School District. Discover the perfect blend of small-town charm and modern convenience at Sutton Farms, located off Piney Road in Wentzville. Visit LombardoHomes.com to learn more.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164.
It's men's Billikens basketball action Saturday afternoon as they take to the court against LaSalle. Pre-game 1:45, tip at 2 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 334. Dave Murray's here, courtesy of the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Before Dave jumps in anywhere he wants to jump in, he's Dave Murray. But before we get to Dave, we have drama on the stream. Art of
We
War,
do.
Art of War had been banned by Andrew, but his timeout is over. And he says, all the Hardee's breakfast sandwiches I bought to heat up St. Louis, and Andrew put me in timeout. Here comes the slammer.
The dagger.
I hope Woody's Chicken closes again.
Sounds like someone didn't learn their lesson.
No, he's going back to the void.
Also, let's see, as I put back in timeout. Heat Up St. Louis is not ours. So
yeah,
it's not our thing.
Oh, because he got the name of the charity wrong. Now he's back in.
It is a KMOX thing we promoted, but not a DGS thing.
Yeah.
Mitch says those are harsh words.
Still want to see that go well.
Woody's
Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah. To be clear, yeah, we still
Some
want
things are off limits.
we still want you to bring stuff to Heat Up St. Louis.
I was gonna say, just because it's not ours.
Yeah, just because it's not ours.
Screw
but
those people.
Don't come to me like I should be so concerned, right? Because I mean, we do our own thing. If you want to entreat to me, come tell me about how much you donated to OFS last year.
He's power hungry. He's drunk on power.
Yeah.
So Andrew, if you get 3 timeouts, are you out?
Great question.
No, that's not how it works, but I can't seem to be able to put him back in timeout.
Well, don't. Good
He
God.
wins.
Don't be sensitive.
Which is a shame for him because that just means I'm going to have to straight up ban him.
Yeah.
What if there's like a whole void chat room
Oh,
where everybody
grouchy,
that's
grouchy.
banned
Yeah.
goes and gathers when
Right.
the revolution
All the
starts?
people have been banned.
And then
Here's
they
the thing.
show up on Christmas Eve and haunt you.
Here's the thing. I'm not a bluffer because you can't be a bluffer with these people, right? If you bluff once, you lost. You're done. You're out.
That's true.
They win and they know they've won forever.
You've been consistent.
So you really just get the one opportunity and it's like, hey, if you push me.
Yeah. Dave, I thought about you last night. You know how I have these thoughts, and
I know.
I
felt those wavelengths.
not those thoughts.
Oh, those different.
I have those too, but that's
You
not
guys
for the
need
air.
some time?
Not that much.
Their own chat room.
3-4 minutes. We're fine.
Put you guys on some timeouts.
But I was thinking.
3 or 4. Wow.
I was thinking about what if every meteorologist on Earth just dropped dead?
Oh my God!
What?
Wow, that sounds like an Andrew thought.
Give me a second here, people. Don't ban me yet.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those simple things. You get up and there's a weather guy, and then you watch the news and you know what's going to happen. And in 2026, you know, with great accuracy, Dave Murray nailed this last snowstorm. What if they were all gone? Like, we wouldn't have any idea what's coming.
Like the old days.
Like the old days.
Like the old days. You're absolutely
But
right.
we're so
You'd have to look out.
We're so spoiled.
You wouldn't look at your TV, though. You'd look out your window and read the clouds and be like, I think it's going to rain today.
Yeah, I guess I would call Phoebe in Kansas and go, what happened today?
Yeah,
Because I guess that's
a good idea.
All right, there
that's
you go.
what's going to
But
happen.
it doesn't work all the time.
Right.
Because a lot of stuff goes to the northeast.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is
Yeah.
we
Phoebe is
just
the weatherman.
we just don't appreciate meteorologists enough.
I
You
think
should
that's a
have done
good
this
message.
on Weatherman Day.
Wheeler's
Yeah.
job
It
as
is
a,
Weatherman's Day.
Hey!
Wait,
I
what?
can't
Yes.
believe I forgot.
Is it Weatherman?
Did you know that?
No, I just remember him talking about it, and I didn't know it was today.
I knew it.
Today.
That's
Oh.
why I asked.
That's why, yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
First of
what would
all,
happen
That
if
was
you
your
dropped
present
dead?
to me,
Look at
right?
you
First of
sitting
all-
up at the front of the class giving the teacher an apple.
That's a lie.
Yes, it is.
I know.
Happy Weatherman's Day. So what if you die?
Yes.
What about
What if you
finally rid
died?
of you?
If someone said, "Oh my God, I just had this horrid thought. What if Dave Glover died and we didn't have the Dave Glover show?" I'd be like, "Oh, you want to go on a date?" Like, I would be very flattered by that.
So basically, this is like we're reinventing It's a Wonderful Life. What if you didn't exist?
Kind of.
That kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And it would mean we would all be running around cold and rained on because we wouldn't know what was going on.
We would know which end is up. It's a big deal. Weather's a big deal.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute. So Brian
it is a
just
big
pointed this
deal.
out. So they have Weatherman's Day on the same day as Fart Day and Shower with a Friend Day?
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
That's right. It's planned that way.
Dave's like, yeah, we orchestrated all that.
It's very deliberate.
We forecasted it.
That's
Right.
right. It was in the forecast.
It's gonna be fart day. You just watch.
They campaigned for that.
I'm calling it right
There's
now.
going to be a lot of thunder.
And rain. And shower.
Yeah, one guy in the back's like, "What if we showered together?"
Hey, it's raining.
Kevin's job as a weather spotter would be a lot more important.
Yeah.
Hey,
I would be
You'd
king.
be the new Dave Murray.
I'd be king.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Just because you can say cumulonimbus.
Yeah. Or shelf cloud.
Do you know what the name of clouds are that look like boobs?
Booby clouds.
Close. Dave, tell him.
Mammatus clouds.
Oh, I was right. I knew
Because
that.
they look like cow udders. That's true. That's true.
So how's the
Can I
weather-
say one
how's
thing?
the
I want to
weather
change
gonna
the
be?
subject. I'm going to change the subject.
I wonder
here.
why.
Fine.
And Rachel always looks at my weather page, so I know she knows this. But
Oh,
my rain dog is 15 years old. Today.
Wow. Congrats, man.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And she's
That is-
so
that
they're
is
good
crazy.
sized dogs. That's really good.
Yeah,
It
that's
sure is.
amazingly good. Yeah, because I always kind of picture 10, 11, 12 if you're really pushing it.
Yeah.
But she's made it. She's
That's
now
awesome.
I've had 6 labs in my adult lifehood because I've almost always had 2. And she's the oldest by a whole year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
How's she doing?
She has really slowed down. Can't really get in the car anymore.
Yeah.
In an emergency, I can probably get her in there. And but if you saw her, you wouldn't think she's 15 years old. She doesn't have the old dog face. She doesn't have all the gray
not the
hair
gray and all that. Yeah.
No, it's quite amazing. Her blood work is fine, really good actually, and she's got arthritis. She's got some hip problems, stuff like that. She just moves slow.
Yep.
And when she has to go to the bathroom, she lets you know, and you better get her out.
Yeah, that's one of the things you notice
can
right
relate
away.
to that.
Yeah. But for man, that's for a large breed. That's a really great age.
You know what I thought of doing, and this is asking for credit for something I've never done, but after my work with hospice, I thought I should do that with dogs. Like I have fostered a couple of dogs through a bulldog rescue, and it was great. And I felt good. You know, one was an older lady who fell and broke her femur, and I had Lizzie for 3 months. And I thought there have to be so many old dogs out there.
I love those.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing those TikToks where people adopt.
Yeah.
Yes, senior dogs.
I think I could do that. I think like the saddest. I cried harder putting down my dogs than when my parents died. I just did.
Yep,
I've never cried like
agree.
that. And I wouldn't want to go through that consistently, but
Something
as
about
a
giving
service,
them a life. Yeah,
as a service.
Letting them like live their last few lives or their last few years on a couch and being spoiled. Yeah, I that's the reason I am a big. All of my dogs have been rescues. I don't have anything against breeding dogs, but I just the thought of dogs going to sleep in cages on that little cot on a cement floor, it drives me insane, and that's the reason I have 3 dogs now.
Yeah.
And if I could have a 4th, I would be getting a 4th. But yeah, no, I'll always get them from shelters because of that.
There you go. David,
once these two go, I'm pretty sure that I'll go to fostering.
Nice.
Because I don't want to. I'm 72 now. Hopefully, Snowflake lives to be 12 or so. That's a few more years from now, and I don't want to put myself. Even though my son has said, "I'll take any dog you have. Don't worry about it."
That's sweet.
I think it would be hard for me to bring a puppy in to say, "Hey, I may not be here." When you're an adult, fully adult dog.
Yeah.
So, but just saying.
That's because your son knows he's in on that sweet Dave Murray inheritance. So
That's right.
Dave's like,
he knows that I've left it all to the dog.
I'm the executor for the dog.
It's buried in the backyard, and only the dogs can sniff it out.
I love that. So, Dave, we didn't do the weather. What are we looking at?
Okay, a little bit better tomorrow. 49-50 for the high. It would be certainly chilly in the morning, but not bad in the afternoon for a couple of hours. Another dry cold front comes through late Friday night. So Saturday is a colder day, 37 for the high, lots of sunshine. Southerly flow comes back on Sunday, so it's sunny. It's nice in the afternoon, fast warm-up, 54 for the high on Sunday. So if you're watching the Super Bowl, bring the TV outside and enjoy.
Very nice. Love it, love it. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Happy Weatherman's Day.
Thanks.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, traffic's sort of slow in spots. This traffic reports the service of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, but it's not on westbound 70. I mean, there's a little busy traffic at the airport leaving the city, and it's better in St. Charles County. It's just slow now, 79 out through K. It was jammed earlier, but they cleared that incident. So, again, getting a lot better. Westbound 64, Science Center out to McCausland, Clayton Wharton at 270 slow, and then just approaching Prospect. So, again, out west, not so bad. Southbound 270 bogs down, 364 to Ladue, but after that, there's a little slowdown south of Big Bend in the right lane. It's not that big of a deal. Southbound 170, Ladue down to Brentwood's heavy. Westbound on Highway 44, just the right lanes out through 270. They cleared that stallway at downtown before 55. Southbound 55, Gasconade through Bates. You've got delays. A little slowdown at Highway Z. Still working that crash. Eastbound 44 before Stanton left lane. Traffic's backed up midway back to Sullivan. And on the Illinois side, things are looking good for you across the bridges. 100 years, that's how long Overhead Door Company of St. Louis has been repairing and replacing garage doors. For same-day repair service and no extra charge for evening or Saturday service. Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
St. Louis, are you ready to go Hardy?
I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed.
The country rock hitmaker behind Truck Bed. Wait in the truck and one beer. He's bringing his no holds barred live show to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater June 5th.
That's my favorite.
with special guests Cameron Whitcomb and McCoy Moore. Party, live, loud, and unapologetic. One night only. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You are not your diagnosis.
A medical chart is not your identity.
And vision loss does not define you.
Your drive shows who you are.
And you are not alone.
Because we are driven too.
To be a beacon of strength.
A champion of courage.
An advocate for hope.
You are not alone.
Because we are stronger together.
We drive the research for the cures we are finding.
We're fighting macular degeneration,
retinitis pigmentosa,
Usher syndrome,
and the entire spectrum of blinding retinal diseases.
We fund.
We fight.
We win.
We
are the foundation fighting blindness.
Together, we are fighting blindness.
Join the fight at fightingblindness.org.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. A few minutes shy of 4 p.m. Kev, can you tell that story? It's great.
Yeah. So it was like at the bottom of the hour during the news. Not that my dad knows that, but my dad has this habit of calling or texting in the middle of work because, why would you remember that I'm at work?
Oh, yeah.
But he's at my brother's house, right? And my brother's going on a trip, and he's leaving for the airport today. And my dad texts me this. He says, he's leaving at 5 for the airport. Why don't you wish him a safe flight and say hi to our friend because he's going to visit our friend in France. And tell him to say hi to your guys' friend in France and their family. And I said, well, why don't you try not to be the director of some movie? And then he's like, tell me the truth. Were you going to do that?
Tell me the truth.
And I said, tell me the truth. How is that your concern?
Oh, my God, I love it.
We're all grown people. We all communicate the way that we communicate. You don't have to supervise it like we're 8.
I love it.
And by the way, my dad is like seriously one of my best friends. I love my dad. But my God, the controlling in him is just.
I told you I had a good.
I can't imagine.
I told you I had a good follow-up. Good follow-up to that story. And here's my follow-up. I am terrified I'm becoming that guy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do you do that to Nick and Phoebe?
Yes.
Did you text your brother?
Yes. Yes. The other day I said to Maureen, why am I always the one who's always trying to get everyone together? And being Maureen, she speaks fluent Dave. She said, well, we all appreciate it. And I'm like, oh, that's a non-answer right there. But I at least have the compulsion to do it.
Yeah. See, my dad is that guy, and I love that he's that guy because he'll make sure that we all do like meet up in Michigan for
that's me.
I love that, but you don't have to tell me to text someone.
No,
like my brother.
No,
it's my damn brother.
Now, every now and then I'll say to Nick, like, "Hey, have you reached out to your sister lately?" And he's
That's a little different.
He's lovely. He'll say like, "Oh, I will.
See, it's a little different because Phoebe's a college kid.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a different
I was
time.
gonna say, because I do it with my kids, too.
Yeah, it's a different thing. But, like, I'm 54 years old. My brother is 51. My sister is 35, 36. Like, yeah, we communicate all the time. You don't need to direct us on that.
Yeah.
I don't mind the occasional, it's your mom's birthday in a week. Like, I don't mind. I have it down. I've known my mom's birthday since I was 2.
Well,
but, like,
okay.
I get it.
Having the compulsion to control is natural.
Yes.
Here's what makes me a bad guy is when I catch wind that some portion of the family has done something without me. Oh my God.
Because then you're like,
Right.
wait a minute, it didn't go through me. It didn't go through the proper channels for this even
last
happen.
year, Nick lives in Lafayette Square, and last year Phoebe and her friend went to Mardi Gras there. And they're sending me all these pictures of the crawfish and all that stuff. And I'm like, well.
How did this happen?
Certainly looks fun.
What I love, though, about Kevin Sucks is that he couldn't have just said to his dad, yeah, I'll get around to it, and just leave it, and it just in there. It was
because he
the
gets what he wants in that case. He needs to get the sass
What
back.
he Tell what the he
And
wants.
also, by the way,
What he
do you want to know?
wants.
Do you want to know how this conversation even started?
Sure.
This is what my dad texted to me at 2:30 today. Have a safe flight. Be safe and have fun. Love you, sweetheart, cupcake. I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, I texted him back. I'm like, what?
Dads need more to do. It's all so serious with them. It's all deadly serious.
For your sister?
Yes, my sister's also. She's going to Florida. She's going to be part of a dance competition as a coach, and she's going down to Florida. And I just thought it was funny because but that's what started the whole thing, and then it evolved into you got to corral me and make sure you text your brother.
Well, that wasn't a way for wait a minute. That wasn't a way for him to go. Oh, by the way, did you tell
he'll
your
just
sister?
do it. No, he doesn't need that.
You missed a real opportunity.
And this is what I love.
You
though.
should have come back with like, thanks, sugar nuts, or like.
Yeah, you slow down the rage and come up with some sarcasm.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Slow
all I did.
down the
I gave
rage.
him an with like 19 H's in it. Like, you sure you meant that for me?
Yeah, you're missing great jokes because of your age.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't rage. At that point, it was humor. At that point, I was laughing because I knew it was for my sister.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make the point that he goofed up as a joke.
Where's your mom in all this?
What do you mean? In all of this?
Yeah.
She's a part of the being directed. So she's another one. We're all actors in his movie.
You're all pawns.
We're all actors in his movie. He's just moving us around.
It's pretty great.
It's great. And he's awesome. But sometimes you're just like, dude, come on.
It's great that you can laugh about it.
Yeah. Well, because we're buddies. I mean,
Does he look like
that's
you?
nothing at all, really. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing. Not nothing, but it's a little bit more just like if you look at like the corner of the eyes and you'll see it. But like he doesn't have red hair, like there's not if you see us up close, you'll be like, yeah, they're related. But then if you looked at it like from a distance,
Is he
you wouldn't
built like you?
Same height. He's a. I'm trying to think of the right way because like when he was young, he was like tiny, like skinny. When he was in the Army and all that, he's probably 135 pounds. So no, he's always been a little bit more on that side of it.
Is your brother stocky?
Nope.
Just you?
Just me.
You and your sister?
Yeah, somebody's got to kick everybody's ass.
Thank you, Janelle. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Follow her at Holy L. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And here's what's weird about doing live endorsements, because you always want to kind of paint a picture and you always want to be articulate and silver-tongued. But if I say something like I've been saying, like, hey, over the holidays, you went to someone's house and you saw their kitchen and you liked it, like, doy. Everyone does that. Everyone knows that experience. You don't need me to jog something in your brain that tells you like, oh, I wasn't thinking about remodeling my kitchen until Dave Glover brought up Christmas. Now I am. No. You're grown-ups. You know when you're thinking about a new kitchen or a new finished basement or a patio that you can have for the spring and summer, and you know all that. Just know this. There are a gazillion places and a dozen different levels of craftspeople who can do that remodeling. For decades, Mosby has been the gold standard. I do lives for other construction people. They all know them. They all not just respect them, but revere them. I know the people at Mosby pretty well at this point, and I totally believe that they want you to have a good time from the very first time you meet while you're doing the designing, whether they do it